Bobblehead giveaway. The All-Star Game Tuesday on
the field he can't handle. First career K for Kike. Join us for Kike Hernandez Bobblehead Day, Sunday, July 12th versus the Diamondbacks. Be one of the first 40,000 fans and take home this one-of-a-kind Kike pitching bobblehead presented by Nikaido. For tickets and more information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
As we were saying,
this is Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck on the official home of LA Dodgers baseball.
It's the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks, first of three before the All-Star break. Shohei Ohtani scratched as starting pitcher, but still in there as a designated hitter. Kyle Hurt will get the start in what is now a bullpen game. More on that coming up. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com.
David Vassay. And now, what will likely be Vassay fielding insults from a Dodger player.
It's an engagement of endearment.
This is High and Tight.
we're here with the man that won the home run derby back in 2024. That's the one and only Teoscar Hernandez. By the way, as long as Teoscar Hernandez has been here, home run derby, all-star, and 2 championships. So, Teo, thanks a lot for the time. Always great to be with you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's always great to hear those achievements since my time here with the Dodgers.
Okay, so none of your teammates are participating in the home run derby, but your coach is throwing to Bryce Harper, Dino Ebel. Why is he so good at helping guys win the home run derby?
I mean, it feels like he went with me in 24. Last year he went with Schwarber. For the tiebreaker, I think, in the All-Star game. So it seems like every time he throws, that player is winning the derby. So it's not a bad option by Harper picking off Dino to throw in the derby. So hopefully Dino can win it, even though Harper has to win it. So
since you know how to do it, you won it. What is the key to winning the home run derby?
Just trying to be simple. It's not that hard to hit the ball out of the park, especially if you have power. Just knowing yourself, you don't have to swing hard. Controlling the moment is going to be a key, and not over swinging. So if they do that, they're going to win.
How tiring does it get? How much does it take out of you?
For me, it was not bad. I'm used to swing a lot. Practice in the cage. Like today, I'm all sweaty because I just finished my routine, but it gets to you the next day. Your body feels really tired, really sore. Parts that you never thought it was going to be sore because of that.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude? My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
Okay, I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs. And then next day, I got to eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me. And then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindo.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Deep center. Edmonds going back. The ball is going long. 3-run home run. Bowman shot. The Jays on the board first.
All right.
We get to spend time here.
If it falls through, I'm available.
Okay. I'm gonna think about it.
All right. Hey, I'll always take a maybe from Teoscar Hernandez. We'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, DV. Thank you, Teoscar. As we lead you up to first pitch, Dodgers and Diamondbacks on this Friday night. When we come back, we'll dive deeper into this pitching matchup. Don't you go anywhere. I'm Tim Cates. It's the back-to-back World Series champion Dodgers Audio Network.
AM 570. Broadcasting from the heart of Los Angeles. Your official home of the LA Dodgers.
AM 570 LA Sports.
The lineup is set, and the first pitch is just moments away. In baseball, when the starter gets in trouble, you call for the closer. In life, when an accident strikes, you call Jacoby and Myers. We know a split-second collision can feel like a total loss. At Jacoby and Myers, we cover all the bases. Our team doesn't just handle your case, we take charge of the heavy lifting. When the game is on the line, we'll go to bat for you. Trust the official law firm of the Los Angeles Dodgers to bring it home. Jacoby and Myers, because you deserve justice.
Gas prices got you down. LADWP customers get a rebate of up to $4,000 when you buy a used electric or plug-in hybrid vehicle. Installing an EV charger at your home? Get a rebate for that too, up to $1,500. Visit LADWP.com/EV today and start saving. That's LADWP.com/EV.
It's time for Dodgers baseball with Tito's Handmade Vodka. Which means it's time to grab an ice-cold Tito's and lemonade and cheer on our boys with a cocktail that bats 1,000. This season, paint the town blue with Tito's, America's favorite vodka for America's favorite pastime. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
How do we rise? By being the home of firsts. From UCLA alum Jackie Robinson breaking barriers to Dr. Gottlieb reporting the first AIDS cases. Innovation isn't just part of our history. It's in our DNA. It's what drives us to keep on finding answers no one else could, like performing the first human bladder transplant. So we keep on setting the standard, rising together to change medicine and lives. UCLA Health. Keep on rising.
This is Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck. On your home for LA Dodgers baseball.
It's the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. The start of a 3-game set. Final series before the All-Star break. First pitch from Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium is coming up at 7:10.
And now, before the Dodgers hit the diamond, we look at the pitching matchup.
Brought to you by your Toyota dealers, we make it easy. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound for the Snakes, 7-3 with a 2.25 ERA. 33-year-old left-hander out of Venezuela. He's in his 11th season already in the big leagues. Red Sox, Tigers, and now his 3rd year with Arizona. He earned his first All-Star nod in his 11th season in the big leagues, making his 19th start this year. The Diamondbacks are 13-3 in his 16 starts before that. Last time out, 6 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, and a loss to the Brewers. He ranks amongst qualified National League starters in ERA, 2nd. He's also tied for 2nd in runs allowed with only 29 runs. He tossed a team-leading 11th quality start last time out against the Brewers. 6 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, and a loss to Milwaukee. Dodgers have seen him twice this season, opening weekend, then in Phoenix last month. Both outings, he allowed just 1 earned run, but got a no decision both times out. Shohei Ohtani was scheduled to get the start, but he was scratched because of inflammation in his left knee. That means Kyle Hurt instead will make his second career start tonight. His first was April 16th. 2024, a long time ago, against the Washington Nationals. It's been a key part of the Dodgers bullpen this season. The Southern California native, 3-1 with a 4.55 ERA, and he's delivered 24 scoreless innings in 31 times. He owns a 3-2 career record with a 3.76 ERA in 35 games. So Kyle Hurt will be the opener. How long he goes, we'll find out together in what is now turned into a bullpen game in Game 1 of this 3-game set against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Remember, after this weekend, All-Star break, and then the Dodgers will start the second half of the season in New York against the Yankees beginning next Friday. Kyle Hurt, Eduardo Rodriguez, the pitching matchup. Game 1 of this 3-game set. Dodgers and Diamondbacks were 15 minutes away from first pitch. Keys to the game are coming up next. Don't you go anywhere. I'm Tim Cates, and this is the back-to-back World Series champion Dodgers Audio Network.
It never ends. Dodger coverage morning till night. This is AM 570 LA Sports.
The new $5 Gotta Have It wraps. The chicken Caesar, the chicken avocado ranch, or the barbecue chicken. All wrapped up in a freshly toasted tortilla. The new $5 Gotta Have It wraps. Have it fresh like that. Limited time only. Price and participation varies. Tax extra. Terms at habitburger.com.
Mariano Rivera, cutter man, what can you say? Because lefties had no chance against him. Randy Johnson. All you want to do is try to make contact and put the ball in play. Don't get hit in the head and just try to pull it in play. Mr. Greg Maddux, another great teammate, great player. Hey, this is a beautiful card right here. This card tells you and lets you know that I got him. When you see that finish high, you know that he's in the books.
Oh, was that ball crushed?
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Here's Trout, 2 for 2. And Trout jacks one to left field, way back there, and gone! Mike Trout turns back the clock again. He homers on back-to-back days to begin the baseball season.
You never want to take for granted watching a future Hall of Famer. He looks fantastic. The bat speed is there. Oh, man. I mean, and you get goosebumps thinking about how good that player is and how good he still is.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la...
What is now a bullpen game. Eduardo Rodriguez, the left-hander, will go for Arizona. As we get you ready for the start of the game with the Sapporo start. Great moment. Start with Sapporo beer, whatever your taste preference. Sapporo has you covered with a variety of crisp and refreshing lagers, including light and non-alcoholic beers. Sapporo, good with sushi, great with baseball. Let's head back out to the booth one final time. Tim Neverett, Rick Monday, guys.
Thanks very much, Tim. Getting ready for this one as the Dodgers will send Kyle Hurt to the mound. He'll make his second career start. His first one came on the 16th of April, 2024 against the Washington Nationals, but he's been a big part of this Dodger bullpen. 24 scoreless innings in his last 31 appearances. He got a win Friday against San Diego, so Kyle Hurt is the first one on the mound tonight.
He'll have limited exposure as far as the number of innings, and for the Dodgers, they feel very good about the backup support because of the off day yesterday, and also was not a high usage of the bullpen prior to the off day. tonight. So it'll be Hurt and others on the mound tonight. Dodgers have to figure out Rodriguez in particular. When Rodriguez gets ahead in the count, he's allowed just a 133 batting average against him. Doesn't allow too many hits to begin with. 219 for this season.
Having the best season of his career, perhaps a first-time All-Star. 2.25 is his ERA. He's allowed 2 runs or fewer in 11 of his last 13 games. And last Sunday got a no decision against Milwaukee. 6 innings. He allowed just 2 runs. And again, it's the Dodgers this year in 2 prior appearances. He has allowed 2 runs total, only 1 of them earned through 11 pitches. So the lefty Eduardo Rodriguez against the right-hander Kyle Hurt, who will open tonight. The Dodgers 61-33. The Diamondbacks are 46-47. Tim?
All right, first pitch is next. After the game is over, yours truly's got you covered with all the post-game festivities, including Dodger talk as well. We get plenty of reaction after this game is over. Kyle Hurt is the opener. Shohei Ohtani, though, will lead off as the designated hitter. Dodgers first place atop the NL West, 14.5 games up in the division over both the Padres and the Diamondbacks. They're squaring off against Arizona. We'll keep you updated all night long what the Padres are doing at home against the Toronto Blue Jays. In fact, they're already up 2-0 in the bottom half of the first. First pitch is next. From the Ravine, Kyle Hurt on the mound. Dodgers and Diamondbacks. Enjoy it, everybody. I'm Tim Casey. Bimrago Casino Dodgers on deck on the back-to-back World Series champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The Los Angeles Dodgers are a juggernaut.
I think it's fair to ask the question of all the teams out there, do you want to win as much as the Dodgers?
Back-to-back! The Dodgers see winning as fundamental to the business side of baseball.
Sustained dominance. What are you going to do about it? We often hate successful people because...
Here comes a harsh piece of reality.
The Dodgers Dynasty!
Their success.
Ding, ding, ding.
This has been Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Superior Grocers. Quality, variety, and value. Shakey's Pizza. Get more meal for deal at Shakey's.com. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers. We make it easy. First pitch is coming up on your home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KBIG HD2 Los Angeles.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers.
Guaranteed human.
The Dodgers cement their dynasty.
The rest of the baseball world,
Something has to give here.
hates us.
Nobody can do this but the Dodgers.
They hate us
Something has to happen here. This is untenable.
because they are not us. Welcome to world champion LA Dodgers baseball.
Back to back.
Dodgers baseball brought to you by Gelpin Ford, family owned and operated since 1946. Children's Hospital LA. From colds to cancer, we got this. Hoffy Hot Dogs, a SoCal original treasure. Local, original, great. Budweiser, this Bud's for you. And by Daniel's Jewelers, official sponsor of every trip around the diamond. Own the dream. First pitch is coming.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
After 14 games without a homer.
And there are Mom and Dad.
This one hit high in the air, deep left. It's a 3-run homer for Walker. Welcome home, Jordan.
He's homered, he's singled, he's doubled. He's knocked in 3, he's scored 3. How about a 4-hit, 4 RBI game for Dalton Rushing?
Did Moniak do it again? You bet. Another homer in the first. 3 straight games for Mickey.
Bryce Miller has been simply lights out. Hardly anybody's been better.
7 scoreless innings. Marvelous Miller again.
Goodbye! Good night! Unbelievable! Home run! Walk-off winner! I can't imagine how good that must have felt right there. It was priceless.
On more look at that ball that just barely reached the screen. Oh boy, security guard there. Oh yeah, right off the noggin.
He's all right.
Didn't flinch.
And Lofton was not expecting it, and certainly not expecting it to take the throw there.
2 outs.
He threw it in the stands. He threw the ball in the stands. He thought it was 3 outs. Wow.
That's a mistake that I promise you will not happen again from Cooper Ingle.
The bubblegum blowing contest. It was fun. It was at a time when Topps included bubblegum in their baseball cards. And that was the gum we used. These are all my baseball cards. The Topps one is right there. It's developed into somewhat of a big nostalgic thing. And there are a lot of people that, you know, that's one of their favorite baseball cards. It's kind of crazy.
On Cobalt, 3 to 6 p.m. Tim Conway Jr., 6 to 10 p.m. AFI, AM 640. Make us the #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app.
To win on the field, it takes a singular focus. One team working together to claim victory. At City of Hope, our team of over 2,000 experts brings the same focus to our sole mission, ending cancer. That focus has led to cancer breakthroughs, to one of the largest clinical trial programs in LA, and to families filled with hope. The biggest win of all. Make an appointment today at cityofhope.org.
Kick off summer with Shakey's Pizza Parlor's Feed 4 for 40 Feast. Get a large...
Baldwin has been the impact player today offensively for the Braves, and now he hits one high in the air to left center field. Clark surveying. He leaps. He got it. Denzel Clark, his first home run robbery of the year, comes in Atlanta. That's why he's out there. A Superman catch from Clark.
And he tracks it the entire way. Times his leap like he's been playing center field here at Truist Park for 10 years.
Jim Abbott has a no-hitter. 2 outs into the 9th, and he'll have to face Carlos Baerga. And the ground ball to short. Velarde. He did it. He did it. No-hitter for Jim Abbott. Jim Abbott throws a no-hitter and shuts out the Cleveland Indians 4-0.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
5 for the Dodgers. 3 more games until the All-Star break officially. And for the Dodgers, in very fine shape, leading the National League Western Division by 14.5 games in front of both Arizona and San Diego. The Dodgers winners of 7 of their last 10. They've also been in the win column 12 times in the last 16 games. And for Arizona, 1 game below 500 for the season. They have dropped 11 of their last 18. Dodgers are taking the field. Here's Dave Roberts' starting lineup for tonight's game. Dodgers a record of 61-33. They're 31-16 at home. Shohei Ohtani, who is scheduled to pitch tonight. Well, he's not going to be on the mound pitching, but he will be the designated hitter, and he will bat in the leadoff spot. Andy Pages is batting second. He's playing in center field. Batting third, playing at first base, Freddie Freeman. Mookie Betts is at shortstop. Tommy Edman will bat in a 5 position tonight. He's at third base. In right field is Kyle Tucker. Teoscar Hernandez in left. Miguel Rojas will start at second base. And batting ninth and doing the catching is Dalton Rushing. And on the mound, Kyle Hurt gets his first start. He's made 31 relief appearances. Ohtani has been nursing a sore left knee. Yeah, there's also some irritation. There is a fluid buildup. So Dave Roberts talking with Ohtani and the medical staff yesterday morning, as we were informed, decided, well, he will not pitch tonight, but he will definitely be hitting. He's also not going to be headed to the All-Star game. So happy to have you with us. The weatherman's dialed in another gorgeous night in Southern California. Game 1 of 3. It's the Dodgers against the Diamondbacks. And with the play, here's Tim.
Thank you very much, Mo. The opener, Kyle Hurt, getting ready to go. He's out of USC. Second career start, and facing a team that has been on the wrong side of the score more often than not lately. The Diamondbacks find themselves 5.5 out of that wild card position. I think they've probably stopped looking at the divisional number at this point, with the Dodgers up 14.5 heading into the break this weekend. So Ketel Marte, switch hitting second baseman, takes strike one. We are underway at 7:10. 77 degrees is the game time temperature. Time and temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Marte hitting .263, 17 home runs. One of those walked off the Dodgers back in Arizona earlier this season. 0-1 pitch. He swings and fouls it back just below our booth. And it's 0-2 to Ketel Marte. Geraldo Perdomo is on deck. Another switch hitter playing shortstop. And Hurt out of the stretch, ready to deliver. Right-hander fires. Swing and a ground ball to the right side, past a diving Rojas into right center field, and a base hit. Leadoff single for Ketel Marte. Nobody out, and a man aboard for the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks are wearing their Sedona red game jerseys, gray road pants, black helmets, black hats tonight. Dodgers in their traditional home whites. And we've got to get Austin Jones, the home plate umpire, to stop messing around with the microphone. He's done it twice already. And there's a pitch swung on, ground ball right along the line, but turns foul before the first base bag. And a strike to Perdomo. Well, we're going to see more younger umpires next year, Mo. There's going to be a lot of retirements.
Yeah, 7 are going to take early retirement.
Here's an 0-1 pitch from Kyle Hurt. And it took a little too long for Perdomo's liking. Perdomo asked for and received time. The pitch clock was winding down. You almost wonder why he didn't just wait and see if there was a pitch clock violation against Hurt. But he uses up his timeout. Rushing sets an outside target, and the 0-1. Went over the outside, but a little bit too far outside off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, we've got another gorgeous night here. No clouds anywhere. St. Gabriel's right on top of us. Mount Wilson over to the right. Mount Baldy in the middle. Here's a swing and a miss by Perdomo. A ball and 2 strikes to the Diamondback shortstop.
When Kyle Hurt gets that fastball over, he's already illuminated the radar gun at 96 miles an hour. You combine that with the off-speed pitch, it could be very tough.
Short lead at first for Marte. Pitch a little low. Tried a changeup and it missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So it'll be interesting to see what the pitching plan ends up being tonight. Some of it might be read and react. But everybody's rested after a day off yesterday. And a 2-2 on the way. And Perdomo watches it sail outside. Another changeup. 3-2. So, of course, the big story, you mentioned it a moment ago. It's been talked about all afternoon and into the evening. Ohtani being scratched from his start. Runner goes, and the pitch fouled off to the left. And Dave Roberts saying that Shohei will have his knee drained on Sunday, which means it'll be after the game. He is expected to be the DH tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. He will not participate in the All-Star game, will not travel to Philadelphia for it. 3-2, runner goes, pitch swung on and hit in the air to center field, a base hit. Marte stops at second base. Probably a wise move, as Andy Pages has a very strong throwing arm, and Andy was in shallow center by the time he fielded the ball.
Well, 2 hits, and both coming on 2 strike counts.
He threw him a four-seamer. And got to get the changeup working. And right now, you got to take advantage of a guy who's been scuffling. Corbin Carroll is 4 for his last 38. In his last 11 games, he's hitting just 105. 2 on, nobody out, top of the first. Pitch to Carroll, fouled off to the left and out of play. In fact, Carroll has struck out 15 times in his last 11 games. And over his last 15 games, he has struck out at least once per game.
He's also a guy you don't expect to double up on a ground ball, so make sure of one.
There's a hot shot to Freddie Freeman at first. He throws to second. Mookie will not throw to first. Unable to double them up, so they get the out in the middle. Ketel Marte advances to third, and Carroll is aboard. Runners at the corners, 1 down.
Well, Carroll runs so fast, and that high chopper, there's just no chance to even think about getting the double play.
3-6 on the putout in the middle. The double play still in order. And the catcher, right-handed batter, Gabriel Moreno, who's been on base in 29 straight games. He has the longest on-base streak for any Diamondback. The pitch from Hurt, swung on and missed. Went after him with a changeup. Now, the 2-strike thing, he's been pretty good with 2 strikes on hitters, but the 2 hits so far have come on 2 strikes. Pitch to Moreno, snapped in for a strike, and now that is another 2-strike count, 0-2. In fact, coming into the game, hitters were 6 for 56 with 2 strikes against Hurt. Now they're 8 for 58. And Moreno asks for time and gets it. Hurt would love to get a ground ball right to Mookie Betts here. That'd be nice. Even Tommy Edman. Get 2 and get out of this. No score, top of the first. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Stretch in the 0-2 pitch to Moreno coming. And Hurt turns and throws to first. And Carroll gets back standing.
Well, the question is, if the runner at first, Carroll, does take off, would the Dodgers even throw through to second base? Because there's pretty good speed over third as well in Marte.
And this is an opportune time for Carroll to take off here. He has 9 steals on the season. He's been thrown out twice. Pitch swung on, base hit right field. Carroll returns second. He heads to third. The throw comes into third. It gets past Tommy Edman, goes into the Dodger dugout, and Carroll will score into second. Moreno. It is 2-0 Diamondbacks.
And a lot going on. First of all, the third hit with 2 strikes. The other part, too, is Al Hurt was not backing up third. He wasn't backing up home either. He was a spectator, and a very costly mistake. Because the ball, instead of being backed up and stopped before it goes into the dugout, it's an error on a throw. And there was a chance to get the runner out.
So Tucker charged with the error. And the Diamondbacks on the board first, 2-0. 1 out, runner at second. Lourdes Gurriel, the left fielder, right-handed hitter. Ball 1 to him off the outside part of the plate. Second time this week we've seen a ball go in the Dodger dugout. Has allowed a run to score. There's a ground ball to the first base side. Freddie handcuffed. He picks it up, tosses to Hurt covering at first. They get Gurriel at first, but Moreno moves over to second base. Third base, beg your pardon. Gurriel is out 3-1. Two men out, runner at third. Wildemaro Vargas, switch hitting second baseman. Batting from the left side. Takes one inside for a ball. Well, for Kyle Hurt, this inning hasn't worked out the way he had hoped. Just trying to get the third out and get the Dodgers to the bat rack. Ohtani, Pages, and Freeman, the first 3 hitters. Strike call to Vargas. 1 ball, 1 strike. Vargas from Venezuela. Same as Miguel Rojas. Eliezer Alfonso, also Diamondback starting pitcher Eduardo Rodriguez. There's a bounding ball. Chest-high hop to the second baseman, Rojas. He throws him out. And that does it for the Diamondbacks in the top of the first. They get 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, 1 left. The end of a half inning.
Go to shoemashcasino.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well, the Dodgers will try to get some back against a guy who's been very stingy against them in his last few starts. Eduardo Rodriguez, the left-hander, to face Shohei Ohtani, Andy Pages, and Freddie Freeman. 2-0 Diamondbacks, bottom of the first. Ohtani's first at bat, brought to you by Asahi Super Dry, Japan's #1 selling beer. Seek what is unique. 19th start for Rodriguez, 7-3, and he gets a strike in on Ohtani, who swings and fouls off the first pitch. 0-1. 11 seasons in Major League Baseball for Rodriguez. He's been a starter pretty much the whole time, and he's going to his very first All-Star game after we wrap it up here Sunday. Pitch inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. And the ERA that he possesses, 2.25, is the 4th best earned run average of any starter in Major League Baseball. Third base side of the rubber, the wind and the pitch, and Ohtani hits one in the air to left, a long way. Gurriel back to the wall, it's gone! A leadoff home run for Ohtani. The 32nd career leadoff home run, and his 26th with the Dodgers, his 8th this year. Career home run number 301 and number 21 this season. Ohtani starts it off with a bang.
Well, they did not have him pitch because of the left knee and the irritation on the knee, but as a hitter, he's been an irritation to opposing pitchers. Daniels Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond. So visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet, along with $50 off a $99 coupon.
2-1 game now. Outstanding. Just to watch him do this in his first at-bats. Incredible. He's still 3rd all-time. He's 2 behind Davey Lopes. Lopes had 28 career leadoff home runs in his time with the Dodgers. Mookie Betts has 32. He is the all-time Dodger leader. 381 feet on the home run. So, somebody do it again. That's the 11th home run allowed by Rodriguez. As he winds and delivers a pitch to Pages, and he swings and fouls it back.
The 11th home run, just the 3rd by a left-handed batter.
In his last 3 starts against the Dodgers, Rodriguez has an ERA of 0.53. You just take a look at his last 2 starts this year against them. 1 earned run, 2 runs total, 1 of them earned. Pages fouls it away. Now that's changed. Ohtani, of course, that's an earned run. But Dodgers trying to find a way to get to this guy who's been very tough against them this year. Rodriguez ready to throw. And he comes home with an 0-2 pitch. And Pages takes high. Of course, somewhere lost in the footnotes of the sports news a couple of years ago, the Dodgers had a very strong interest in Eduardo Rodriguez. Pages fouls it off again, this time to the right. And this was when Rodriguez was in the starting rotation for the Detroit Tigers. And looked like he was probably going to become a Dodger, but in his contract with the Tigers, he had a no-trade clause. He had 10 teams listed, and the Dodgers were one of them. 1-2. Pages belts one high and deep and way gone. Tie game. Back-to-back home runs to start the bottom of the first. Andy Pages with home run number 17. It is 2-2.
If he had signed with the Dodgers, he wouldn't have to face those two hitters. Daniels Jewelers, indeed, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet along with $50 off a $99 coupon.
Not a bad way to start a ball game.
That scoring changed in a hurry.
Freddie Freeman, the batter, takes a curveball for a strike. Chance of Freddie all around the ballpark. Swing and a miss at a cutter that darted outside. No balls and 2 strikes. Pages with his first home run in his last 10 games. And Freddie takes low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Freeman hitting .296 to start the night. 15 homers, 49 runs batted in. Nobody out, 2-2 ball game. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Went with a high fastball and strikes out Freeman. 1 away. Children's Hospital Los Angeles has been delivering 125 years of hope and healthier futures. When your child needs championship care, visit chla.org. Mookie Betts facing his old teammate. These two were together in Boston in 2018 when they won the World Series. And throws upstairs to Betts, 1-0. Mookie at .237. Let's think about how his numbers have continued to climb. And he swings and fouls one off to the right and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's really starting to get steady at the beginning of June. Mid-June, he started taking off. 11 home runs, 30 runs batted in. 1-1. Swings, hits a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Well, the shortstop Perdomo was playing him to pull. And Mookie hit one to the left of Perdomo. Perdomo barely went after it. He knew he wouldn't get it. So that's the 3rd hit for the Dodgers.
Boy, playing it way over the pull. And yet, that was an off-speed pitch away. So you're really pitching against the defense.
Well, Tommy Edman comes to the plate. His first at bat presented by Edmunds. Get an offer for your car. Find your next one. All on Edmunds.com. Switch hitter batting right-handed. He swings the first pitch, pops it up. Shallow right. Corbin Carroll comes in. Right fielder makes the catch. And there are 2 down. So 1 pitch for Tommy Edman. There's Kyle Tucker. Left on left. Tucker hasn't had a lot of success against Rodriguez. He's 3 for 22 against him. But he has 2 home runs, so 2 of his 3 hits have left the yard. 2-2 game, 2 out, bottom of the first. The pitch. And Tucker takes a strike. Tucker starts the night hitting .249, 7 home runs on the season. Betts leads at first, held on by Tim Tawa. And the 0-1. Check swing, foul.
Quickly 0-2. I mentioned earlier in the pregame show that Rodriguez, when he gets ahead in the count, it's just a 133 average against him. He has been dominating when he gets out in front.
Rodriguez stretching, third base side of the rubber, and the pitch. Taken high for a ball, 1-2. When I say he's on the third base side of the rubber, he's on the extreme third base side of the rubber. The toe of the outside of his left foot. Just making contact with it. Now the pitch, breaking ball, low and away.
Yeah, it used to be the rules you had to be with your entire foot in contact with the pitching slab. Now it just needs to be in the same zip code.
Two balls and two strikes. The pitch from Rodriguez. Swung on and missed. He struck him out with a high fastball. Two strikeouts in the inning for Rodriguez, but the Dodgers strike for two on back-to-back home runs. Shohei Ohtani and Andy Pages. 3 hits in the inning, 1 man left. No errors for Arizona. We go to the second. Dodgers.
We've run into all kinds of weather so far this year, and this is the first time we've run into a fog.
They're going to have Bonds hit a pop-up and see if they can catch it.
There goes one now. Let's see where that is. I have no idea where it is. There's a lone figure standing out in right field, and only he knows who he is. It's like a set from the Hound of the Baskervilles should be coming out soon.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score, and the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Franked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the third straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz. Hot shot. And he makes the catch. That got out there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Third baseman leads off the top of the second. He's spun away by an inside pitch. Fastball at 94 from Kyle Hurt. 2-2 ball game. Shohei Ohtani with his 21st home run this season. 301st of his career. Pitch. That's inside. And again, spinning away is Arenado. It's 2-0. Andy Pages followed with his 17th home run. Arenado, 11 homers, 243 average. And a swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike as Hurt induced the swing on the slider.
Arenado has a chance to set a personal record in this series. 6 hits shy of 2,000.
2-1, that's inside. 3 balls and a strike. Will Klein has now started to warm for the Dodgers in the bullpen. There will be a parade from the bullpen to the mound tonight. 3-1 pitch. And that is fisted foul back and out of play. A fastball at 96. So bottom part of the order, 7, 8, 9. Arenado, Waldschmidt, and Tawa for Arizona. Top of the second inning brought to you by Budweiser. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Payoff pitch coming to Arenado. former Rocky and Cardinal. And that's a little bit high for a ball. Ball 4. Second straight inning against Hurt. The leadoff man is on. And Ryan Waldschmidt, who's been their top prospect, recently brought back from the minor leagues. In fact, a guy that we've seen play quite a bit for the Diamondbacks yesterday was designated for assignment. Pavin Smith, left-handed hitting first baseman, DH. The Diamondbacks DFA'd him yesterday to make room for Waldschmidt, get him back on the roster. He takes a strike.
I just felt that Waldschmidt was ready. He's just 23.
We did see him last trip in Arizona. He was with the big club. 0-1 pitch to Waldschmidt. Swing and a chopper straight down. Nothing in 2. 259 the average. He's 29 out of 112.
What's surprising, he was sent down on the 15th of June. But his last 15 games in AAA, he was hitting just 192.
Really good speed. And he swings and fouls it away again. So Waldschmidt does not have a major league home run yet. He's got 8 runs batted in. And like Corbin Carroll, the right fielder, Waldschmidt can really fly. He can run. Here's an 0-2. Missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, they've got some guys in their ball club, but the Dodgers very aware. I mean, they go to first and third with the best of them.
Rojas playing toward the middle, left side deep. Freeman holding the runner Arenado at first. Pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Strikes him out with a fastball at 97. First strikeout of the game for Kyle Hurt. Tim Tawa, who was recently sent back to AAA Reno, had an option, so did some roster maneuvering, but he's been back and now playing first base. Has not had that many at-bats, relatively speaking, just 71. And 11 hits to go with it, so he's 155. That's the average at the major league level this year for Tawa. Ball 1 delivered to him.
Yeah, he was called up earlier on in April when Ketel Marte was injured. Then when Marte came back, Tawa went back to a AAA.
1-0 pitch, swing and a tapper foul to the left. We've seen him play left field. We've seen him play second base, and he's playing first base here tonight.
He's another guy. Well, he's not one of those Blazers who say, well, he's going to steal 40 bases, but he has somewhere between 10 and 14 steals in each of the 5 previous years.
1 out, 1 on, and the 1-1 pitch from Hurt. Tawa fouls it back off to our right. Ball and 2 strikes. Is pretty much straight up in center field. Although he's playing a little bit to the right of the worn-out grass. He's got a patch out there that he's done a good job wearing out. And the next offer is low, changeup. From our elevated position behind home plate, you can see where he stands most of the time. And the 2-2 on the way. Tawa swings, hits the ball in the air, right field deep. Back after it, Tucker. He's at the track, reaches up, makes the catch. 2 down. And Dave Roberts coming to get him. They want Klein to pitch to Ketel Marte. So Kyle Hurt will go an inning and 2/3. And he has allowed 2 runs on 3 hits. With 1 walk and 1 strikeout. So Hurt will leave the ball game still.
Where are you from? Chicago. 1 ball, 1 strike to Listad. He lines one into left field. That's going to drop in front of Bo Jackson. Nielsen around third, coming to the plate. Goal! Wide home, throws him out.
What wow, that Bo Jackson the bound and hit with the arm. I'm impressed, and I'm not usually impressed that much.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park, and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
The bubblegum blowing contest. It was fun. It was at a time when Topps included bubblegum in their baseball cards, and that was the gum we used. These are all my baseball cards. The Topps one is right there. It's developed into somewhat of a big nostalgic thing, and there are a lot of people that, you know, that's one of their favorite baseball cards. It's kind of crazy.
The Department of Mental Health's 24/7 helpline at 800-854-7771 or visit dmh.lacounty.gov.
This pitching change is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Bottom of the second inning, 2-2, 2 out. Will Klein's 32nd appearance, 3-3 the record. 2.27 the earned run average. Opponents hitting .254 against him. Facing Marte, they wanted him to bat left-handed and face Klein. First pitch in the dirt. Arenado gets a big lead. Rushing throw down to first, and it's too late. Arenado got back. Arenado a leadoff walk. Then Waldschmidt struck out, and Tawa flied out to right. Marte 1 for 1, singled and scored in the first inning. 1-0 pitch from Klein. Swinging a ground ball to Freeman. Picks it up on the cut of the grass. Runs over to the bag, steps on it. That takes care of that for the Diamondbacks in the second inning. No runs, no hits. 1 left, no Dodger errors. Through an inning and a half, it's the Dodgers.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Speaking of the AL East, the Rays are back in the driver's seat thanks to a week to remember from Junior Caminero. The Rays' blossoming superstar earned Player of the Week honors last week and has continued to rake.
Oh, yeah, he's still got the power.
What a blistering pace.
Becoming the youngest player since 1900 to homer in 6 straight games and launching 9 homers in his last 8 games. During that torrid stretch, he posted the 8th 3-homer game in Rays history.
What a day to remember at Tropicana Field.
Junior's major output kick-started an 8-game winning streak for the Rays, as the team looks to capitalize on the Yankees' recent struggles.
An incandescent stretch for Junior Caminero.
And after hosting a week-long home run derby of his own, Junior will once again return to the stage for the real thing during All-Star Week in Philly. After finishing as the runner-up to Cal Raleigh last year, he'll have his eyes set on the prize this time around.
Bottom of the second, Teoscar Hernandez will lead off. Then Miguel Rojas and Dalton rushing. 7-8-9 in the Dodger order. 2-2 ball game. Couple of home runs already for Ohtani and Pages. And the pitch high to Hernandez. Teoscar, .255 average, 8 home runs, 36 knocked in. Right-handed hitter waits for the lefty Eduardo Rodriguez. Here's the pitch. And that's low and away. Trying to change up. Rodriguez will have pretty much the kitchen sink. If there's a pitch to be thrown, he'll throw it. 2-0. Swung on and well hit to center field, but it's going to hang up. Back on it is Ryan Waldschmidt. He'll make the catch. And there's one gone for the Dodgers in the second.
Well, one of the ultimate goals for a baseball fan is seeing old ballparks, and the MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes is presented by T-Mobile. It is the ultimate bucket list, and you can enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. Yep, all 30. Real simple. Go online, MLB.com/Journey to 30 Sweeps.
There's Miguel Rojas with one out, nobody on. A couple of countrymen facing one another. Curveball in for a strike, 0-1. Miguel, a .284 hitter. Next pitch, swung on, grounded towards second base. Right there is Vargas. He'll flip on to first. And there are two down.
Well, Rojas made an out against Rodriguez. That's not happened too often. 7 for 10 against him coming into tonight.
7 for 11, still pretty good.
Yeah, it is. Not bad numbers to be able to roll either.
On with the second, brought to you by your Toyota dealers. They make it easy. Left-handed hitting catcher, Dalton Rushing. And couldn't hold up on the swing on a fastball from Rodriguez. He throws the four-seamer and the two-seamer. Slider, cutter, curveball, changeup. The only thing he doesn't throw is a knuckleball and maybe a splitter. Although not too many people throw a knuckleball these days. Here's a 1-1 pitch. And that is a strike called on appeal down to the third base umpire, Junior Valentine. Rushing came around the front edge of home plate.
Yeah, well, 4 booths to our left was a guy that made a pretty good career throwing the knuckleballs. Tom Candiotti. Broadcasting with the Diamondbacks.
1-2 pitch. Swinging on a ground ball to the right side. To his glove side is Vargas. Grabs it on the lip of the outfield grass. Flips on to first for the out. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers in the bottom of the second. We head to the third. The Dodgers 2, Arizona 2.
Yeah! For the first 2 months of the season, San Diego's dynamic showman, Fernando Tatis Jr., has experienced, well, let's just call it a power outage. One of the game's most electric players had gone 55 consecutive games and more than 200 at-bats without a home run. That all changed last Saturday against the Nats. In the top of the fifth, Tatis faked a bunt on the first pitch, but on the next pitch, he unleashed, like really unleashed, crushing the ball 451 feet.
Home run number 1 of 2026 for Fernando Tatis Jr.
It was his longest home run since 2021 and capped a 6-game stretch in which he had 13 hits and raised his batting average by 24 points.
Enjoy the ride, Fernando.
With the home run monkey off his back, let's see if El Nino can turn the tide and add the power surge the Padres will need to keep pace with the Dodgers in the NL West.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Switch hitter for Arizona, getting set to face Will Klein and Corbin Carroll and Andrew Moreno, 2, 3, and 4. Perdomo 1 for 1. He singled in the first. He was erased on a force play at second base. Tommy Edman even with the bag off the line at third. Mookie shading the bag at second. Right side letting Perdomo to hit it over there. And Klein out of the stretch. First base side of the rubber, and he will step back, kick, and fire. Perdomo showed bunt, pulled the bat back, took a strike. 0-1 to Perdomo. Perdomo looks out, now the pitch. It bounces. Curveball. That was just a little short of the target. Didn't quite get there. 2 runs on 3 hits for both teams. Dodgers have an error that caused a run to score, but they've been able to overcome that. Next offer. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Geraldo Perdomo. And Klein fires one home high, 3-1. Perdomo draws the bat back and waits. And the pitch from Klein. Swung on, grounded down to Freddie Freeman. He's been busy down there. He backhands it, walks over to the bag, steps on it for the out. 1 gone for Arizona in the top of the 3rd.
You know, some songs bring back certain memories and a point in your life. Well, in between innings, they were playing We Are Family, Sister Sledge, and it's a wonderful song. Unless you used to have to play against the Pittsburgh Pirates with Willie Stargell and Dave Parker and Hal Oliver and company. And
Pittsburgh Lumber Company.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you knew you were in trouble going in there and seeing those guys come into the on-deck circle. They weren't swinging bats with leaded thing attached to them. They weren't swinging leaded bats. They had a sledgehammer in the on-deck circle that they loosened up with.
Well, 1 to Carroll is up high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So when Sister Sledge was singing We Are Family, they're swinging the sledgehammer in the on-deck circle.
And that song became the anthem of the 1979 season.
Yeah, stovepipe caps and all.
1 ball and 1 strike to Corbin Carroll. 1 out. He swings, fouls it back, and it's 1-2. They mentioned Tom Candiotti. I see the number Will Klein has on the back of his jersey, 61. And you tie those two together. Tom Candiotti was in the film 61. It was put together by Billy Crystal. And Barry Pepper played the great Roger Maris. And it detailed his journey to chase Babe Ruth for the single-season home run title. Nobody wanted him to do it, but he did it anyway. 1961, 2-2. Swing and a foul back. It's coming toward the booth, and it'll be just below the booth. But Tom played a pitcher for the Orioles, Hoyt Wilhelm, who was a very well-known knuckleballer at the time. And to see him run out of the bullpen, he had his hat kind of cocked off to the side. And they had to find a knuckleballer to throw in that movie, and they did, and they found the right guy. Pitch high to Carroll. I don't know if he got nominated for any awards or anything for it, but...
Yeah, he got nominated for the best knuckleball in the movie.
I think so. That's a category. 3-2. And Carroll looks at a sweeper that's going to be challenged. It was called ball 4.
Previous pitch was called a ball. The catcher is challenging.
The Russian thinks it was a strike, and let's see what the ABS says.
The call is confirmed. Los Angeles has 1 challenge remaining.
So it is ball 4.
Yeah, by today's standards, not close. I missed by 2 inches.
Gabriel Moreno had an RBI base hit. Another run scored on the play, but he won't get an RBI for it because it scored on an error, throwing error by Kyle Tucker. So he gets 1 run batted in. Pitch to Moreno, inside ball 1.
There was a book that came out while Tom was still pitching. It was a book where they studied the aerodynamics and the physics of a knuckleball.
Here's a 1-0 and a strike.
And it had all kinds of formulas, and it would talk about, well, humidity and temperature and how many rotations you wanted the ball to go forward in the knuckleball. And I asked Tom, I said, hey, there's this book. I've got a copy of it. Would you like to have it?
1-1 is high.
And Tom looked at me and goes, oh, no. It'll just confuse me. It is such a field pitch. You know, if you're going to get technical with it, you're going to run into, a brick wall, probably.
And the pitch. Check swing. They appeal down to first base umpire Rob Drake. The crew chief says he didn't go. 3 balls and 1 strike to Gabriel Moreno. 2-2 the score. On the top of the 3rd inning, 1 out and 1 on.
Well, Carroll is one of those guys, he doesn't take just a stationary lead. He's constantly trying to shuffle his feet, and he'll steal it. There he goes.
There he goes. Klein's pitch, swung on, fouled back.
You have to make him stop. He'll keep edging off and edging off. You give him 2 inches, he'll take 6.
Some of the fastest foot speed in all of Major League Baseball. He's inching off first base again. Held there by Freddie Freeman. 3-2 pitch will wait. Moreno asks for and is granted timeout. Three and 2. Now the payoff pitch from Will Klein out of the stretch. Throws to first. And back standing is Carroll.
That's before Carroll had the big lead.
Moreno waits in the right-hand box. There goes Carroll for second base. Pitch is swung on. Goes to the backstop. That's strike 3. And Moreno ran down to first, but still technically occupied, even though Carroll advanced to second base, so he's out.
Yeah, and Moreno just discovered, okay, first base was technically occupied and put his hands up over his head as if, what was I thinking?
Runner at first base, unless there are 2 outs, you can't go. Now there's 2 outs, and Gurriel the batter. The pitch was a sweeper that Klein struck his man out. And now Gurriel takes outside for a ball. In the bottom of the 9th in Flushing, 6-1, Red Sox leading the Mets. Red Sox had a heck of a time getting to that game today. Got there 2 hours before the scheduled first pitch. Airplane problems. Ground ball to second. Rojas will throw on to first. And that takes care of that. Another scoreless inning by the Dodger bullpen. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 2-2. Dodgers and Diamondbacks, top of the order up. Here's Ohtani to face Rodriguez again. And Rodriguez throws a strike in there. Ohtani homered off him in the first. His 32nd leadoff home run of his career. His 8th this year. Takes outside for a ball. If you can have that kind of instant offense, it is just an incredible weapon to have. 1-1 pitch coming. Here it is. You know, Ohtani looks at it over the plate. It was a changeup, and now he's in the hole 1-2.
But it's not just the power; it's also the getting on base. Now he's hampered, joining us late, not pitching tonight because of irritation, swelling in the left knee. And Dave said earlier, so look, we talked to Ohtani. We don't want him trying to steal bases right now.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, tied him up with an inside fastball. And there's one out. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free Dodger dog in any 16-ounce Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM, too much good stuff. Third strikeout for Eduardo Rodriguez. Andy Paez took him deep last time. He'll take inside ball 1. 1-0 to Andy. Home run number 17, RBI number 65. He'll swing through a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. We're into a really pretty time of night here at Dodger Stadium. Sun going down a little bit. Sky starting to change color. Temperature is room temperature. It's perfect out. 1-1, that's outside and low. 2-1. We're spoiled with this great view. Look out left field, you see the hills over in Elysian Park. And Andy swings, hits a fly ball to shallow right center field. It'll drop for a hit. That had a ton of topspin on it. And Paez is now 2 for 2.
The ball got in on him a little bit. Hey, friends, Major League Baseball is taking over Philadelphia, the game's biggest event. Now, the action begins with the T-Mobile Home Run Derby on Netflix. That's on Monday at 5. And then catch the 96 MLB All-Star Game, presented by MasterCard. That's Tuesday, also at 5 on Fox.
Freddie Freeman struck out swinging at an elevated fastball his first time up, and he swings, hits a ground ball to second. It is grabbed by Vargas. He goes to Perdomo at short, back to first. Howell's got it. That's an inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. No runs, a hit, that's it. We go to the 4th. Dodgers 2, Diamondbacks 2.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
I want to see what JJ does in these spots. Down 2 strikes.
In the air center. Mullet's on the run. Still going back. JJ Wonderful homers in his debut. Incredible. Just goosebumps right now at Busch Stadium. You could not have written that any better. 0-2, dead center field, 425-foot shot. My goodness. How fast can you fall in love, St. Louis?
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The 4th, Dodgers and Diamondbacks tied at 2. Will Klein still out there facing Ildemaro Vargas. He swings, pops it up foul behind the plate and back up in the seat. Strike 1 to Vargas. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network. Next offer to Vargas is snapped in a little low. Tried a slider and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike to Vargas. Vargas 0 for 1. Grounded out to Rojas at second base to end the first inning. Next offer, another slider. Cut on and missed this time, and it's 1-2. 1-2 the count. Here's an 0-1. Rather a 1-2, beg your pardon. Swing and a strike 3. So he's out. Vargas makes the first out of the top of the 4th.
Right-hander Brock Stewart warming up for the Dodgers in their bullpen.
It's just a matter of covering innings tonight. Figure Stewart's going to get multiple. Probably Evan Phillips would get 1. Just fresh off the IL. Here's Nolan Arenado. He'll take a strike. Arenado waits, and the pitch from Klein is outside and low. Arenado's had a better time of it at home than on the road. He's hitting .274 in downtown Phoenix, but when he goes on the road, he's only hitting .214. 60-point difference, which goes to the backstop. Another breaking ball that missed everybody, and it's 2-1. Arenado, born in Newport Beach. He takes outside. And he was named after another famous Nolan Ryan. .3-1. And that is high and in, and he is walked for the second time in the ballgame. And Dave Roberts coming to get Will Klein. Klein is out of pitches for now, and Brock Stewart will come in when we return from this pitching change timeout. Top of the 4th inning, Dodgers 2, Diamondbacks 2.
Experience game-changing speeds with Spectrum. Get fast, reliable, fiber-powered internet to cover all your bases. From streaming, working, to everything else. And with...
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
Well, this is the most famous jersey in baseball, right? The Yankee pinstripes, the interlocking NY, and the Midnight Navy. I was a Yankee fan growing up my whole life, diehard, and became a free agent after 7 years with the Rockies, and I wanted to be a Yankee so bad. Putting this jersey on for a headshot for the first time, it felt different than any other shirt I'd ever put on in my career.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Stewart takes over, 1 out and 1 on in the top of the 4th in a 2-2 game. 9th appearance for Stewart, no decisions. 1.17 ERA, 7 strikeouts in 7 2/3 innings. And the opposition hitting 154 against him. Ryan Waldschmidt, the number 8 hitter, the center fielder, who struck out his first time up, will be the first to face Brock Stewart. Arenado short lead at first. And the pitch. Waldschmidt takes outside. This pitching change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. with locations throughout Southern California. 1-0 pitch to Waldschmidt. He'll take inside 2-0.
Waldschmidt has a very wide stance to begin with. He's up on his front left toe to begin with. But there's no stride. It's basically a pivot of the left foot and a weight transfer.
Here's a 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. You know who used to do that? And he had a pretty good career. Albert Pujols for a while in his career. He had that wide base. Later in his career, when he came to the Dodgers, he did do a toe tap. And then when he went back to the Cardinals after that. But for a good part of his career, he just had a wide base and a shift of the weight. There was a sweeper cut on and missed 2-2. We got to see him hit his 700th career home run right here. It was against the Dodgers, though. 2-2, and that's outside and low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, that was kind of neat, though, to have him around for that season when he was with the Dodgers. He was going to be a surefire Hall of Famer. One of the great home run hitters of all time. 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a fastball at 95. Second strike. First strikeout for Stewart. Second strikeout of the inning. And 2 down for the number 9 hitter, first baseman Tim Towle. Towle waits from the right side. He'll swing and miss. He fouled it off, actually. That'll be strike 1.
Arenado is not a speedster. And to say that he is taking a safe lead is an understatement.
I think if he fell back to the base, he might hit it with his hip. And the rest of his body would be in foul territory. Nothing and 1 to Towle. Stretch by Stewart. He fires. Tried to catch the inside corner with a sweeper and missed. 1-1. Diamondbacks this year on the road 19 and 27. 1-1 pitch. That is taken a little bit low. In contrast, the Dodgers at home 31 and 16. And they've got 30 wins on the road, too. Two ball, 1 strike pitch to Tim Towle. Swing and a high drive left field. Way back, it is gone. Boy, Towle got into that 2-1 pitch. It was a fastball right in the go zone. Down the middle, belt high. And Towle hits his second home run of the season, and the Diamondbacks lead it 4-2. Second home run allowed by Stewart.
Well, this was in the gone zone.
One of those runs is charged to Will Klein. That would be Arenado. Two outs, bases empty. Back to the top of the order in Ketel Marte. First pitch is low, ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch. Swung on a rip, foul down the first base side, just beyond the dugout. Ball and a strike to Ketel Marte, who is 1 for 2 tonight. Singled and scored in the first. He grounded out to first in the second. 1-1. Swing and a foul back. Now a ball and 2 strikes to Ketel Marte. Weather has played havoc around baseball tonight. Milwaukee and Pittsburgh, that game postponed. And the Atlanta Braves St. Louis Cardinal game in the top of the 4th inning. No score, but they are delayed. Torrential downpours in St. Louis. Pitch outside to Marte. Top of the 5th inning in San Diego, the Blue Jays leading the Padres 5-2. And the Giants up 1-0 on Colorado, top of the 4th in San Francisco. And a foul ball off the bat of Marte as it is careened over to the left. We're seeing some news of a trade in baseball, as we probably might around this time of year. You get to the All-Star break, and then you get back from there. It's a sprint to the trade deadline. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Struck him out on a slow sweeper. 2 strikeouts for Stewart. However, he gives up the home run to Tawa. And after 3.5 innings, it's Arizona 4.
As someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops. Any relation to Grant? I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Alan Rodin. And hopefully he is all right.
Look at it's his eye black. That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
In Toronto, Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Mookie Betts starts things off in the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-2 Arizona. Mookie takes high and away, ball 1. That's 1 for 1, a base hit in the 1st. Bottom of the 4th, brought to you by Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. Visit uniqlo.com/US. Next offer is in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mookie. Dodgers had back-to-back home runs to start the bottom of the 1st inning. Ohtani and Pages. And a challenge now, a ball call.
The pitch was called a ball. The catcher is challenging.
The voice of home plate umpire Austin Jones.
The call's overturned. Arizona has 2 remaining.
So it'll be a strike to Betts, and the count will be 1-2. Eduardo Rodriguez winds and delivers, and Mookie hits a high fly ball, shallow left. Coming over is Lourdes Gurriel, and he'll look up into the twilight sky and make the catch. There's 1 down. Well, the last time the Dodgers had back-to-back home runs to start a game was against the Diamondbacks, and it was in Arizona on the 31st of August of 2024. Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman went 1-2-3 in that game. And I remember Freddie's went right in the pool in right center field. 1 out, Tommy Edman fouls it back. Speaking of home runs against Arizona, remember opening day of 2019, playing the Diamondbacks here? It was a home run fest. The Dodgers had, what, 8?
8.
0-1 pitch, that's outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Normally you won't see that many combined by both teams, but Dodgers had 8 just themselves that day. Pitch upstairs to Edman.
Well, you figure if a team has 8 home runs in a series, they've had a pretty good series as far as the power production.
2 ball, 1 strike count pitch. He swung on and fouled back. 2-2. Well, there has been a trade tonight between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago White Sox. Pirates are acquiring infielder Jacob Gonzalez and a left-handed reliever, Brandon Eisert. Edman strikes out, and there are 2 down. In exchange for the 34th pick in tomorrow's draft, which is just outside the first round, so it's a high draft choice, and also left-handed reliever Jaden Woods going to Pittsburgh.
Kyle Tucker.
So that is the first news of a trade this time of the year. Good chance it won't be the last. Again, the draft is tomorrow.
Maybe that will break the ice.
Kyle Tucker swings and belts it to the gap, deep right center field, headed back to the wall. It is off the wall. Tucker around first, on his way to second, and he is in standing with a 2-out double. 18th double of the season for Kyle Tucker.
We just continue to see some better swings from Tucker. Much more fluid.
Teoscar's 0 for 1. He flied to center in the second inning. Eduardo Rodriguez out of the stretch now with Tucker at second base. They had 2 men out. Looks back at second, now comes home. And Teoscar swings at a changeup and misses. Oh, and 1 to Teoscar Hernandez. Miguel Rojas on deck. There's an 0-1 pitch. That's inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Think of this, Mo. The last 22 games, the Dodgers 16-6, which is very good, but they're tied with another team since the 15th of June at 16-6. The Miami Marlins. This ball hit in the air to right field. Over to his glove side right is Corbin Carroll. He'll make the catch. And the side is retired. The inning is over. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left. We'll go to the 5th inning. It's the Diamondbacks.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain. It would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these, though.
So these are Thai Cubs.
And these are Thai Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Pitch up high to Perdomo, ball 1. Before the break, mentioning the Marlins. They've been on fire lately. They have cut the lead in the division in the National League East to 3 games prior to tonight. They were double digits out not that long ago, but they have just been rolling. And one of the big surprises of baseball this year. 2 ball, no strike pitch to Perdomo. That's in for a strike. Miami on the wrong end of the score tonight, as far as they're concerned. Cleveland beat them 3-2. And the next offer is low.
Miami started today having won 8 of 10. The team has kind of been difficult to figure out. Atlanta, they lead Philly by 3 games coming into tonight, but they got red hot, then they got stone cold.
Yeah. Ball 4 inside, and the leadoff man aboard again. Leadoff man aboard in the first, in the second, and now here again in the 5th.
Leadoff walks are never good.
And Detroit beat Philadelphia tonight 10-2, so the Phillies and Marlins stayed tied 3 back of the Braves. Braves in a rain delay still in St. Louis. Pitch is down low, ball 1 to Corbin Carroll. Carroll 0 for 1. He drew a walk. Batting .260. And here's a 1-0 pitch to Carroll, who swings, fouls it back. 1 ball, 1 strike to Carroll. And Carroll's got 10 triples. He's recorded double figures and triples in each of his 4 full major league seasons. He drops one in front of the plate. Low throw goes into center field. A bad throw by Rushing. They had Perdomo at second on a force out, but now he goes to third. And still nobody out and runners at the corner. Should be an error on Rushing. And it is. So fielder's choice, E2. Carroll will reach on the fielder's choice. And Perdomo goes to third on the error. The second error by the Dodgers. And in their games lately, they have been sloppy defensively.
Yeah, they have, but also you want to try and get in front of a throw.
Mookie tried to field it off to his left side. So a big chance here with Carroll at first base, Perdomo at third, and the batter, Gabriel Moreno. Throw to first base, Carroll back. Moreno had an RBI base hit in the first. Struck out swinging in the third. Pitch to him. Outside and low, ball 1. Dodgers get activity in the bullpen. Edgardo Henriquez starting to throw. Middle innings of the ball game, top of the 5th now. Dodgers down by a pair of runs. 1-0 pitch from the right-hander Stewart. Just outside with a breaking ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
We've seen this scenario before. On which pitch does Carroll take off? Doubtful again. The Dodgers would throw through.
2-0 on the way. That's a strike. Just with a 2-seamer right down the middle.
Doubtful they throw through for a couple reasons. First of all, Edman well off the bag at third. He's got to throw defense. You'd like to keep the guy close, but runner at third base and Perdomo can take a huge secondary lead.
Here's a 2-1 offer from Brock Stewart. It's outside. It's 3-1. Stewart a pitch away from loading the bases here.
Pitch away from the Dodgers going to the bullpen, too.
And there's a pitch away from a double play, or who knows what. Things rest on a single pitch. There goes Carroll for second. There's a ground ball that is caught by Tommy Edman. He spins, turns, throws, and he gets Moreno. It was a high chopper. And Tommy had to wait just an extra second or two for it to come down, but he gets Moreno. The run comes in to score. It's now 5-2 Diamondbacks. RBI, second run batted in for Moreno tonight. And Carroll at second base. So one away, runner in scoring position. And Dave Roberts coming to get Stewart. And Edgardo Henriquez will come in and take over on this bullpen night. We're in the top of the fifth. One on, one out, one in. The score, the Diamondbacks 5 and the Dodgers 2.
Dodger fans, style meets performance this summer. Unique.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. You know, it was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team. And this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about, is getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. You know, the black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Henriquez takes over, the flame-throwing right-hander. 36th appearance out of the Dodger bullpen. He's 4-0. 2.43 the ERA, 35 strikeouts, 37 innings pitched, and the opposition hitting 161 against him. He has been really, really tough since mid-June to now. So for the last month or so, he has been really good. The Dodgers need him to be really good here. 1 out and 1 on. Corbin Carroll, the runner at second base. And the batter is the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel. Book still open on Brock Stewart. He's responsible for Carroll at second base. And a balk has been called, and they're going to send Carroll to third base.
Well, the Dodgers have just not played crisply tonight. Well, they had back-to-back home runs to tie the game up at the time in the first inning. But since that time, it's been, not crisp.
They've committed 5 errors in the last 3 games after going a dozen straight without one. Infield comes in on the grass, try to cut down the run. And the pitch coming to Gurriel. We'll look at a fastball for a strike.
Well, we're in the 5th inning. We've had a base not backed up. We've had 2 errors. We've had an error on a throw and not knocking the ball down with an opportunity, and now a balk. Very unlike the team that's in front of the Western Division, 61-33 their record.
You want to go into the break playing good baseball, no matter what your record. And they have a chance to really put the thing away, too. Here is an 0-1 pitch. That is a wild pitch in the dirt, kicks away. Here comes Carroll. He scores. A free run for the Diamondbacks. It's now 6-2. Well, a balk and a wild pitch got him in. And he's only thrown 2 pitches. Four-run lead for the Diamondbacks. Stretch in the 1-1. Gurriel takes a strike 1 and 2. Now, if they go into the break, 14.5 game lead, 15.5 game lead, something like that, that would be just absolutely wonderful. But Again, tonight, not demonstrating what we've seen throughout most of the season. There's a high fastball cut on and missed. It was 102 miles an hour. And Gurriel strikes out. Base is empty, 2 away, and the batter will be Ildemaro Vargas. Trying to think, 1978, Mo, you remember this. American League. Boston held a 14.5 game lead at the All-Star break over the Yankees. Swing and a miss for strike one. Yankees came back, tied it on the last day of the season. They had to play an extra game, which the Yankees won. And then they moved on to play for the pennant, and Boston went home after winning 99 games. So even though you got that lead, you still have to play with intensity.
It's never been a slam dunk.
Nothing in 2 the count to Vargas. Enriquez set at the chest, and the right-hander kicks fire. Swung on, and it's fouled at the plate. Caught part of Dalton rushing and kicked away to the left. Six runs on 4 hits for the Diamondbacks. Dodgers with 2 errors. 2 runs and 5 hits for the Dodgers. Both runs coming on solo homers. Ohtani and Pages. 0-2 missed inside. That one might have sounded a little inside at 101. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch from Edgardo Henriquez. Here it is. And he throws it low. Tried the cutter that time. So we've seen the cutter, sinker, 4-seamer, and the curveball. And the 2-2 now to Ildemaro Vargas. Threw it low with a 4-seamer at 101, and now he's filled the count at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Enriquez ready to throw. Here it comes to Ildemaro Vargas. Strike 3 call in the outside corner. Vargas had thoughts, but he didn't go to the helmet to challenge. And Enriquez with the strikeouts.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Oh, this is the most famous jersey in baseball, right? The Yankee pinstripes, the interlocking NY, in the midnight navy. I was a Yankee fan growing up my whole life, diehard, and became a free agent after 7 years with the Rockies, and I wanted to be a Yankee so bad. Putting this jersey on for a headshot for the first time, it felt different than any other shirt I'd ever put on in my career.
What else is going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
And that's not good right there. See Andy looking at it like, hey, not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. Love to get that one back. Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up at night. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Dodgers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
The bat back takes a pitch high for a ball. 6-2, Arizona with the lead. look at the run support that Rodriguez gets. When they score 4 or more runs for him, his record is 7-0. When they give him 3 or fewer, he's 0-3. They've got more than 4 tonight. Rodriguez pitched to Rojas, swung on, fouled back, and it's 2-1. Well, I guess there's always a first time for everything, right? So maybe tonight's the night. Two-one pitch. Rojas swings, hits a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Leadoff single for Miguel Rojas.
Well, we mentioned earlier that Rojas, some way, somehow, has handled Rodriguez very well. He's now 8 for 12 when he's faced him.
Dalton rushing 0 for 1. Bounced out to second in the second. Rojas getting his lead at first base. And the left-hander facing him. Now he kicks, comes to the plate, rushing, takes outside. Third baseman Arenado has his feet on the infield grass. Now he's just backed up a couple of steps, but he's off the line at third. Perdomo shading the middle. And the second baseman Vargas playing for 2. Here's the pitch. Rushing takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pretty good changeup right there by Rodriguez. Rodriguez set to throw. Target set by the catcher Moreno. Pitch swung on, popped up. Third base side. Arenado in on the grass. Makes the catch, and rushing is 0 for 2.
Well, looking ahead, the Dodgers on Tuesday, July 28th. The Mariners will be in, so relive the championship glory. If you're one of the first 40,000 fans in attendance, you'll receive one of 5 player championship rings presented by Security Benefit. Don't get left out. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Ohtani is 1 for 2 with a leadoff home run in the first. 21 home runs on the season. He swings, belts it to center field and deep. This ball heading back toward the track. Reaching up is Waldschmidt. And the Diamondback center fielder will make the catch to retire Ohtani. Well, he could put a charge into it. It just didn't have enough to get out. 2 down, and Andy Pages, who is 2 for 2 coming up. Pages waits at the plate. And now to Rodriguez, set at the belt. Now delivers. Swung on, fouled back to the screen. Night has fallen here in Los Angeles. San Gabriels have disappeared again. And you can see the silhouette of the hills of Elysian Park behind the ballpark. 0-1. Swinging a foul back, and it's 0-2. Sure, the Coyotes are out tonight, up in the hills over there. There's a lot of them over there.
Yes, there are.
But during the COVID season, we would see them in the parking lot when there was nobody here. The Dodgers were on the road. We'd be doing the games from the booth here. We go out after the game, then there'd be Coyotes in the parking lot. You lived among them. 0-2 pitch to Pages. He'll swing and hit a little fly ball, shallow right center. It's going to drop in for a hit. Rojas around second. He's on his way to third. Andy Pages is 3 for 3 on a bloop single with 2 down.
You know what you like about Pages also? Okay, he hit the home run on an 0-2 pitch in the first inning. But now, back-to-back, he's gone the opposite way. And I think in analyzing maybe a problem that Pages had there for a while, he became a little pull conscious, and he was pulling off the pitch. He goes with it. I mean, hits it all over the place. He's strong enough to do some damage any direction.
Well, Freddie Freeman's hitting a little under 500 against Eduardo Rodriguez in his career. He's 10 for 22, 0 for 2 tonight. 3 doubles and a home run. Runners off the corners, 2 down. Rodriguez deals. Outside ball 1. DOMO playing up the middle. Field pretty much straight up. Big gap in left center. Now the 1-0. Freeman takes it, gets away, but not far enough away from the catcher Moreno for Rojas to come in and score.
Yeah, he boxed it.
The ball. The catcher is challenging.
I mean, that looked like a good pitch, and it was absolutely boxed.
The pitch was a strike. Arizona has 2 remaining.
Did he get crossed up or what? Well, let's see the cross-ups too often in the age of PitchCom, but I mean, that was a strike, and I don't know how he didn't catch that. 6-2 Diamondbacks with the lead. 2 on, 2 out, 1-1. And Freddie rips one towards second base. A backhand stab by Vargas. Spins, throws to first. Freeman is 0 for 3, and the Dodgers get 2 hits and leave 2 men. We go to the 6th. Diamondbacks 6, Dodgers 2.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
Line to left. Did he catch that? You bet he did. What a play by Dubon at left.
If that's another half inch in front of his glove, it probably hits the turf.
Out to center field for Wood. Way back and a grand slam. 446 feet. Home run number 24. Grand slam number 2 for the Nationals All-Star.
Grounds it towards the middle.
It's through in the center. Dodgers win. Dalton Rushing walks it off, and the Dodgers win their 60th game of the season.
We said it a little earlier, is it going to be the rushing game? And it certainly ended up being that way.
No cycle today, but how about a career best 5-hit day for Tyler Tolbert?
You better believe it. That'll work. Congratulations, Tyler. Your one is magic today.
Cam Swindler, everybody. A beauty tonight. 8 strong innings. A run on 4 hits and 8 strikeouts. And listen to these fans.
Left my wallet in El Segundo. Left my wallet in El Segundo.
Down to the 6th inning, Nolan Arenado leading off for Arizona. Diamondbacks with a 6-2 lead. With Rick Monday, Tim Neverett with you. Dwayne McDonald, our producer-engineer, on hand as well. Glad you're tuned in to Dodger baseball, no matter where you happen to be. Pitches outside and low to Arenado. Nolan has walked twice, scored once. Right-handed hitting third baseman waits, facing Edgardo Enriquez. Enriquez, a 1-0 pitch. The inside almost hit him. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, you can only imagine how unnerving it is to get a ball that close to you that's traveling 100 miles an hour or better. 2-0. Swung on, popped up back foul and out of play.
Well, you know it's real close and real fast if you can hear the ball go past you. You can hear the baseball and the seams cutting right through the air.
Here's a 2-1 pitch to Arenado. That's outside. I know we talked about it before, but a couple of flame-throwing pitchers you saw, like when Dwight Gooden first came on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
There's J.R. Richard, Nolan Ryan, guys like that. Here comes a 3-1. And he's walked for the 3rd time. Pitch was low. 3 walks to Nolan Arenado, and the leadoff man aboard again.
Well, that's the 3rd leadoff walk. Yeah, we've talked about it so many times, but it bears fruit. Leadoff walks come around to score. A little better than 1 out of every 3.
Left-hander Jack Dreyer is now up in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Infield playing for two. Right-handed batter Ryan Waldschmidt up. Tries to bunt. Pitch was inside. He tried to get out of the way. Might have hit his hand. He's holding onto one of his hands.
Yeah. And if you make an attempt to bunt the ball, your hands are considered part of the bat.
So it's going to be a strike, and he is walking around. He's holding his helmet in his left hand, his right hand. The hand in question he's holding behind his back. One of the Diamondbacks trainers finally gets to him. Now manager Torey Lovello is out. While they look at him, gives us an opportunity to tell you to come to the park tomorrow. Diamondbacks here. Earlier start time, 6:10 tomorrow night. And it's a night.
That's just a terrible technique. He had his fingers wrapped around the bat. But we're talking about the top hand. So guess when it hit? The thumb. Wow. You get your hand behind the bat.
Huh. That is that's not a good way to do that.
No, he's not going to be able to stay in the game. That's too bad because once your fingers are exposed, that's a danger area. That's just terrible technique to bunt the ball. And here's a question that I've asked a number of baseball people. Why don't they teach bunting?
Well, that's a good question. If you want guys to bunt, you got to keep them. You got to teach them how to do it and keep them safe while doing it too. Otherwise, what happened to Waldschmidt's going to happen more often. But you can't grab the bat with your four fingers in front.
You wrap your fingers around it. He's lucky that it didn't hit the four fingers. They were coming from the bottom of the bat.
So coming up to take over the at-bat is Jorge Barrosa. It's a one-strike count, so now this at-bat will belong to Barrosa if he strikes out or walks here.
Which, hitting is difficult enough with 3 strikes. And now you're coming out as a pinch hitter because it's only 1 strike count. If you punch out, you're only going to get 2, and you get charged for a full strikeout.
In on the grass at third is Tommy Edman. Nobody out, man at first. They have Barrosa bunt. He lays it down. Picked up by Edman. He throws to first, and it's off the glove of Rojas down the right field line. Runners keep going. Arenado to third. He stops, and Barrosa to second base. A bad throw by Edman. Rojas was stretching at first. Thought he probably had a chance to catch it, but didn't come off the bag to catch it.
Well, if he changes feet, Rojas, he has a chance to do it. He stayed with his left foot. If he transfers to his right foot, he can extend the reach a little bit more. So the Dodgers, to this point, this has been a clunker. That's their 3rd physical error.
So it's a sacrifice bunt for Barrosa and an error on Tommy Edman. 3rd error for the Dodgers, and now Tim Tawa does it again. He just hammers one to the left side of the infield. He gets Arenado home. It is 7-2 Arizona. And it's almost at this point, you're like, all right, Dodgers, get this out of your system now. Because defensively, they have not been getting the job done. Ketel Marte, the DH. 3 RBIs for Tim Tawa tonight. And Tawa has a huge jump, and he walks to second base.
Well, they
never looked at him.
No. The Dodgers at this point, other than the first inning, they're getting pummeled. And they're not helping themselves.
So Barrosa moves to third on the play. Infield comes in. Double steal, and now swing and a miss by Marte. Tawa gets into his lead at second behind Betts. A short lead at third for Barossa. And Marte swings, pops it up. Third base side, foul ground near the coach's box. And underneath it toward home plate, Tommy Edman under it makes the catch. And that is out number one. So tomorrow when you come out, get to celebrate LAFC star forward and fan favorite, Son Heung-min, whose accomplishments has been very well documented in the soccer world. Those 40,000 fans will score his exclusive bobblehead tomorrow night. 6:10 start time. Ground ball to Freddie Freeman. He thought about coming to the plate. Now steps on the bag and retires per DOMO as Barossa comes in to score. Tao advances to third. It is now 8-2.
Arizona running the bases like it's a merry-go-round.
Yeah, right now this game feels for the Dodgers like it's about 4th down and 25. Pretty much just one play for 4th down and 25.
That close?
Any drive that ends in a kick is a good drive, I hear.
When you're thinking about punting on 3rd down.
That's okay in Canada. They only play 3 downs.
Yeah.
There's a 1-0 pitch to Corbin Carroll. That's a strike called. Tawa is the runner at third. Now, if you grew up in New England, northern New England, and you said Tawa, they would think it's a tall structure. Here's a 1-1. His name is spelled T-A-W-A.
They pronounce a lot of things a little different.
They do.
Go out to the ballpark.
They do.
Go out to the yard.
When my kids were younger, we'd go back to visit my parents. I'd have to translate for them. 2-1 pitch. And there's a strike. They call it speaking chowder. They speak chowder back there. So I told them I speak chowder fluently, so I'll translate for you. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled away by Carroll.
Yeah, somebody told me about Boston in that area. First time I went in there, I discovered another term that they use. Ah, you bum ya.
Did you hear that in the on-deck circle a few times?
Oh, you heard it everywhere.
From the bleachers when you were playing in the outfield. Now a 2-2 pitch, swung on and a ground ball to first. Just high hop for Freeman. He runs, steps on the bag, and that takes care of that. 2 more runs in. Another crooked number for the Arizona Diamondbacks. We're through 5.5. It's the Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 2.
Follow us on Instagram at AM570 LA Sports.
Escape the confines of the city for the
You know what happened in 2014.
A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
Look at how clean that is. The gold, I don't know if you guys know what the gold means, but the gold means you are the World Series champions from the year before. But it's the honor of a lifetime, getting to win back-to-back World Series championships with 2 different teams.
I'm going to go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
3-2 pitches with traffic. This ball hit deep left field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. It's a 1-run game. Second deck for Hunter Goodman. His first of the year.
Now you get the future Hall of Famer in for Hunter Goodman. Last year's Silver Slugger, the National League as a catcher. Just a rolling curveball. You hang it, Hunter Goodman's going to destroy it.
That thing went 435 feet.
3-2. Diamondbacks with the lead. Betts is 1 for 2 tonight, facing Eduardo Rodriguez. Diamondback starter, first-time All-Star, throws him a curveball for a strike. Rodriguez looking over the webbing of his glove. Now kicks and delivers low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tomorrow, Yoshinobu Yamamoto will pitch for the Dodgers against Brandon Pfaadt. Don't forget, 6:10 tomorrow night. Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck, 5 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball to center field. Barossa, who's in for Waldschmidt, goes back, makes an over-the-shoulder catch for out number 1. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Dodgers Audio Network. Tommy Edman up, batting from the right side. 0 for 2 tonight, flying to right and struck out. Takes ball 1. $47,727 here on this Friday night. Well, the weather's nice anyway, Mo. Score's not so good. 3 balls, no strikes to Tommy Edman.
The Dodgers like to heat things up, but right now that's not the case. Even though what's weird is that they have out-hit Arizona 7-5, but they have not out-defensed them.
3-0 pitch. That's low, ball 4. 1 out walk.
Rally.
It's the start of one anyway. Well, thinking about Dino Ebel for a couple of reasons here. First and foremost, tomorrow's another big day in the Ebel family where his younger son Trey is eligible for the Major League Draft, is expecting to get drafted tomorrow. His older brother Brady is already in the Brewers system, was drafted last year in the first round. Kyle Tucker fouls one down the right side. So expect that Dad Ebel will be with his son tomorrow on perhaps the biggest day of his son's life. He's expected to get drafted. He's out of Corona High School. And also, Dino got an interesting phone call recently. Pitch was in the dirt to Tucker. Came from Bryce Harper. Harper is going to take part in the Home Run Derby in Philadelphia on Monday. And when Harper last participated, when it was in D.C., his dad pitched to him. But he didn't have a pitcher. His dad's apparently not available to do it. So he's asked Dino to be his pitcher at the All-Star game.
Well, who throws to his group during the season? Because that's normally what he would do.
Right. But he wants Dino. So and Dino gladly accepted. So he's going to pitch to Bryce Harper in the Home Run Derby. 2-1. That's a strike to Tucker. 2-2 the count.
Well, that's great. The coaches get to participate in a lot of different areas. That is a huge honor.
Two ball, 2 strike pitch. Swing and a foul back off to the left. Home Run Derby sneaking up on us. It's Monday. The field has been set. And the pitch on the way, and that is a little bit high. A challenge. Maybe it's a strike. We'll see.
The pitch is called a ball. The catcher is challenging.
And ABS says.
The pitch is a strike. Arizona has 2 remaining.
And Tucker strikes out. Automatic ball strike system. Says it hit the strike zone. So the four-seamer at 93 strikes him out, and there are 2 down for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 6th.
I know some people are kind of harsh on the ABS. They said, well, you know, it's only a fraction of the baseball to cross the plate. Well, that's always been in the strike zone.
Teoscar Hernandez fouls one away.
Any portion of the baseball that touches that vertical line, inside and outside, 17-inch wide plate, then you've got the ball width. Yeah, it's a strike. It's just called more often on challenges now.
1 ball, 1 strike to Teoscar. But I think it's giving fans the opportunity to see, you know, how close it can be. To be a borderline strike or a ball. It used to go one way or the other without any definitive help. Now the definitive help is there with technology.
I'm still at times, can't say bewildered, but surprised at the height of the strike zone, or lack of height of the strike zone.
Two outs, 1 on, 1-2 pitch to Teoscar. He lets it go low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm not sure what baseball would say about it, but from what we understand, that might have been the hardest thing to figure out, was how to measure each player's height the right way and incorporate it into an electronic strike zone. 2-2. Swung on, popped up, shallow right center. Backpedaling is Vargas. He's called off by the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. He'll make the catch.
Yeah, we can talk more about the height of the strike zone, because the height of a player has nothing to do with the strike zone.
We'll go to the 7th.
Pop quiz. How do you go from Captain Clutch to the Iron Horse through a milestone and a marathon? The answer is on Hall of Fame Connections.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
3,000! History with an exclamation point! He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Bonds would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Jack Dreyer takes over here in the 7th inning. He'll face Gabriel Moreno, the catcher, Loris Gurriel, the left fielder, and Ildemaro Vargas. A bullpen night for the Dodgers. 8-2, Diamondbacks with the lead. And Dreyer facing Moreno, who has driven in a couple of runs in the ball game. One with a base hit, one with a ground out. First pitch is in for a strike. In the meantime, down in the right field corner, Diamondbacks bullpen, right? Left-hander Brandon Garcia is now throwing. Pitch from Dreyer, up high, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the Dodgers have allowed 6 runs on only 2 hits over the last 3 innings. I'll give you an idea of how it's gone tonight. 1-1, a swing and a foul tip into the glove of Dalton rushing for strike 2. Moreno need a little bit more grip on the bat, so he goes and gets the sticky spray. And he'll walk back over to the right-hand batter's box. Slight breeze blowing out to left center right now. Just moving the flags out in center field in that direction. Stretch kick in the 1-2. That's up high and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're talking about the ABS and the measuring of each player. It's done in spring training.
Yeah, and I get the point. I'm still just a little bit fuzzy.
2-2, ground ball to the right side to his glove side left is Rojas. He snares it, throws on to first for the out.
No, baseball does not have to appease me or anyone else. You and I have had this discussion. We're not exactly on the same page with, our thoughts on the thing. But here's the deal. The rule book indicates that the strike zone is going to be indicated by the natural batting stance of the hitter. Well, that's not how they measure them. They measure them standing straight up.
Lourdes Gurriel, the left fielder, right-handed batter. 0 for 3 in the game. Swings and misses. Strike 1.
So you take 2 guys, and let's say both of them are 6 foot. The one has a crouch. Maybe it's with the knees. Maybe it's with the waist, at the waist. Crouches. The other guy's 6 foot. A straight-up stance.
What if a hitter changes his stance?
Well, it's supposed to be the natural stance that you assume. You cannot go all of a sudden into an extreme crouch.
1 wave and a miss at a fastball. 0-2 to Gurriel.
So if you go off the height of the guys that are measured standing straight up, the guy with the crouch, the natural batting stance, his strike zone is going to be up at his shoulders.
0-2 pitch. Check swing foul.
So that's the only thing that I'm still kind of fuzzy about. I've not heard a definitive explanation on that. I applaud the ABS. I think it's a wonderful thing that they've added. I enjoy it. But I still cannot put my finger on exactly where the top of the strike zone is.
0-2 is a slider in the dirt that gets past rushing.
I mean, I think we're in agreement that a natural batting stance versus measuring a guy that's standing straight up are 2 totally different measurements.
So you think of, you mentioned straight up, I'm thinking of Cody Bellinger and his batting stance, right?
Very upright
very
stance.
Straight up. Swinging a hot shot down to short. Backhand stab by Betts. Long throw to first in time. Good play by Mookie. Gurriel is out. There are 2 away.
That's just soft cans.
Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. Wildemaro Vargas, the batter, switch hitter batting right-handed, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. And Dreyer throws. Ground ball toward the middle. Backhanded on the shortstop side by Rojas. Throws against his body. And the throw pulled Freddie off the bag. Safe at first is Vargas.
It was a heck of a try by Rojas. Almost got the runner as well. Another thing I've noticed about this game tonight is that Arizona's swinging the bat early in the count.
It's like they've got somewhere to be.
Or they're on a mission.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Arenado has walked 3 times. He has scored twice, and he takes a strike here. Something different.
So I'll make sure my phone's left on 24 hours a day just in case someone from MLB wishes to engage in a conversation.
What they should do, there's a strike, is they should bring you in spring training and just let you observe how they measure. Get your input.
I doubt if it was their natural strike zone and their batting stance.
Throw to first. And runner back. Pretty sure they're measuring with the shoes off. So some guys
Yeah, so the guys that do wear platform shoes, that doesn't count.
Yeah, some guys lost an inch or two this year.
And some guys just for the sports pages will, add an inch and a half or two.
Arenado strikes out, no runs, man left. Stretch time, middle of the 7th inning. It's the Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 2.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
And what do we got? It's one of those parabolic mics. This is one of the sillier delays that I've seen. Gino Hackett on his heels, a little high. It's airmailed into right field.
Heath at third, backpedaling, and he can't make the catch. That was awkward.
A little trickeration over the field for it. It's worth a shot. Why not?
Oh, that's funny. Wait till they mass market them, like the Grimace.
Yeah.
Home team, if they don't win, it's a shame.
Lead off the Dodger half of the 7th inning against the new pitcher, left-hander Brandon Garcia. Garcia kicks and fires, and Rojas swings, hits it into the far end of the Dodger dugout on the third base side. For Garcia, 27th appearance of the season. He's 0-1, 2.05 the ERA. More strikeouts than innings pitched, though. 24 Ks in 22 innings pitched, and the opposition hitting 164 against him. Throws a backdoor breaking ball in there for a strike. So he's been a real effective reliever for the Diamondbacks this season. He's held right-handed hitters to a 122 average. Righties are just 5 for 41 against him. And of the 41 right-handers he's faced prior to Rojas here, he has struck out 11 of them. Here's the 0-2. And that's up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 8 runs, 6 hits for Arizona, 2 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors for the Dodgers. 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Bottom of the 7th, brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Here comes a 2-2 from Garcia. Swung on, popped up. First base side, running down the line is the first baseman, Tawa, and in foul territory, right in the running lane, he makes the catch. And Rojas is out, 1 away.
Well, looking ahead, join the Dodgers for Kiki Hernandez pitching bobblehead day. It'll take place Sunday. Final game of this series. 1:10 start, by the way. The first 40,000 fans in attendance will take home the bobblehead presented by Nikaido. So for tickets, Dodgers.com/promotion. Sunday at 1:10.
Well, Garcia throws to the left-handed hitting Dalton Rushing. Shohei Ohtani's on deck. Garcia shrugs his shoulders, now sends one high and tight. Fastball at 99. 1 ball and 1 strike. Garcia ready to throw again. He's set at the belt, kicks and delivers. It's low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Ready for the 2-1. And Rushing chops it foul at the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Dodger catcher. Rushing 0 for 2. Grounded to second in the second. And popped up to third in the 5th. Garcia 0-1, but his ERA is 2.01. To a lot of relievers there, and run average is a lot more important than the decision. Sometimes you can't help them. Rushing fouls this next pitch back. It's the same with starters sometimes, too. You can go out and do what you can do, but sometimes the game goes a different way. Wins and losses are important, but they're probably not the most important thing in terms of pitchers' numbers.
Giving your club a chance to win. The other side close.
And a 3-2 pitch coming from Garcia. Rushing takes it down the middle, strike 3. He knew it. He just started walking right back to the dugout. Just a fastball, 98. About as middle as you can get. And here's Ohtani. 1 for 3 with a leadoff home run tonight. Ohtani's probably thinking, throw me that last pitch you threw to Rushing. And he didn't. He threw a breaking ball outside, ball 1. Evan Phillips loosening for the Dodgers. Right-hander warming in the bullpen. He'll be coming in next. Ohtani takes a healthy cut at an inside sinker and misses it. Swung so hard that the strap, the Velcro strap on the elbow pad that he wears on his right pitching elbow, just came off. Came undone. So he is now trying to repair that. And he's got batting gloves on, and he's trying to thread the needle on the strap through a little bracket. And that's not easy to do with gloves on, but it looks like he's done it. What doesn't he do? And he's got it back on and steps in the batter's box. One and one the count. The pitch. Swung on, fouled away. Now, we talked about the home run derby earlier, Mo.
Mm-hmm.
His countryman, Murakami, Minataka Murakami of the White Sox, just came off the injured list. He's going to participate. And when he was healthy at the beginning of the year for the White Sox, he was winning them some games with a lot of home runs. And Ohtani chases a sweeper outside and strikes out. 3 up, 3 down for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the 8th. It's the Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 2.
Where there's baseball, there's Budweiser.
Sandy fired 100 pitches, worked through 8 innings of 1-run ball tonight in the second most hitter-friendly park in baseball.
It's a grand slam! Happy 250th from Randy Arozarena. His 9th home run of the season.
And working on a payoff pitch. Swing, there it goes. Deep in the air to left field. He's got another one. Number 26 for Junior Caminero. And he's got 11 in 11 days. 1-0 Rays.
7 complete for Yamamoto. No runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts.
Straight away center. Did he do it? Did he do it? Yes, he did! Start the fireworks!
What in the world did you expect? That's what he does.
You know what happened in 2014.
A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
Look at how clean that is. The gold, I don't know if you guys know what the gold means, but the gold means you are the World Series champions from the year before. But it's the honor of a lifetime, getting to win back-to-back World Series championships with 2 different teams.
puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Top of the 8th inning is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo, good times. Evan Phillips made his debut for the season on Tuesday against the Rockies. Won an inning, gave up a hit, struck out 2, no walks. First time he'd been in a major league game since the 5th of May last year. Back from Tommy John surgery. And on the hill, facing Jorge Barosa, the center fielder, left-handed batter. And he will take outside ball 1. Barosa, switch hitter, batting left. Took over for Ryan Waldschmidt. Waldschmidt tried to bunt, but he got his hand in the way, his top hand. And the ball hit him. Two balls and no strikes. The pitch. Swung on, lined into center, a base hit for Barosa. Leadoff single for the Diamondbacks. So look at the 6th inning. The error by Tommy Edman. Throwing error. Allowed a run to score. Run came in after that, so when you reconstruct the inning, the scorekeeper would determine that both of those were affected by the error. So for Edgardo Enriquez, 2 runs allowed, none of them earned. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from Dalton Rushing, and down to second base goes Barosa. Initially, they had said it was 1 earned run, but they've gone back and looked at it and changed it to no earned runs. You know the thing about unearned runs, Mo? They still count. 1-0 pitch. Missed off the inside edge.
Sometimes I wonder if they're listening to conversations we had, because you brought that very point up during the half inning. We had a discussion on that. So
maybe the room is bugged.
Yeah.
Maybe there are microphones in our room. Don't know. There's a ground ball through the hole on the right side. That's a base hit. Barosa will turn third. He'll come in. Throw by Tucker is late, and Barosa scores standing. It's now 9-2 Arizona. An RBI hit for Tim Tawa, who's having a career tonight.
Well, and another swing early in the count.
And he's got 3 hits.
Arizona scored now tonight in the 1st, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 8th. Dodgers have scored in the 1st.
Ketel Marte had a hit in the 1st inning, scored a run.
So the way this game is going, we've got a little extra time. Anything else that you'd like to get off your chest? And might direct to Major League Baseball or umpires or Players Association?
I'll get back to you in a minute. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Ketel Marte. I don't know. I don't have any complaints today, really.
No.
I think the way the game is adjudicated is good. Umpires do a really good job.
That's the other thing. We've talked about this a lot. But I think it's worth talking about because it's that impressive. Is that, again, the top team in baseball, challenging calls and strikes, 60%. Umpires are over 90%. They're averaging 94 to 96, and that's the average.
Big cut and a miss, and down on strikes goes Marte. Second time he has gone down swinging.
And the umpires get one look at it. And that's, I mean, You know, with those 7 umpires that are going to retire, you know, we see at formerly known as Dodgertown, now Jackie Robinson Training Center, MLB leases the land in the complex from the city of Vero Beach. Their umpiring development program that they have down there every winter for 6 weeks is marvelous. I've been by and seen that in operation.
Batter is Geraldo Perdomo. A single and scored in the game tonight. Walked once. Evan Phillips ready to deliver the 1-0. And it's in there for a strike. You know, there's a lot of people that are interested in the craft of umpiring, and they go to umpire school and they learn whether they can do it or not, or whether they really want to do it or not. They talk to veteran umpires and you know what the life is like.
And the chance of advancement is much more rapid nowadays than, say, it used to be 30 years ago.
1-1 pitch from Phillips. Swinging a chopper foul at the plate. You know, if you said to somebody, hey, how'd you like to be involved in a sport, but you're not going to have a home game? And you're going to be maybe in 150 games a year, and no game, you don't have a home field. And the fans are against you as soon as you walk out.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't that be a desirable occupation? 1-2, again fouled away.
Well, I've used the comment. I believe it was Bill Kunkel, American League umpire, that was asked about umpiring. He goes, well, I can tell you this. Fans expect you to be perfect on opening day of the season and to get better as the season goes along.
That's right. Now a 1-2 on the way from Phillips. Tried to come in through the back door with a sweeper and was left out on the porch. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Is that front or back porch?
That'd be the back porch.
Okay.
There's a 2-2. A little high, 3-2. And now a 3-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled away. You know, with the advent of technology and replay and challenges now and everything else, you know, the fact that, you know, television has gotten so good over the years covering the game of baseball. You look at some plays that had happened before replay that, you know, you can go back over the years and go, boy, that was a really bad call. Everybody knew it. Or that was a game-changing call or a series-changing call. Perdomo lifts one in the air to left field. Drifting back on it a little bit is Teoscar Hernandez. He makes the catch. Back to first base goes Tim Tawa, 2 down.
What do you think of the coverage, too, on television? You know, it used to be, what, 2-3 cameras? Now you've got 7.
Well, we were just in Sacramento. They had him in the ground in front of home plate and at second base.
And at second base. The Gopher camp.
The Harvey the Rabbit camp. That was the one at home. 9-2 Diamondbacks here in the 8th. Pitch is not there. Pretty close with a fastball. Corbin Carroll takes ball 1. Two out runner at first. Stretch by Phillips. Pitch cut on and missed. Mentioned it earlier, the Red Sox had a show and go today in New York. They had trouble with the plane, couldn't get out last night from where they were. Had to fly today, had more plane trouble. They got to Citi Field 2 hours before the scheduled start. The buses pulled up straight from the airport. No hotel check-in, nothing. They just went straight to the airport. And they won 6-2. They delayed the game a little bit, the start, to give them time to get acclimated.
Oh, they arrived mad.
Yeah, 1-2, swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Carroll strikes out. He has now struck out at least once in 16 straight games. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Diamondbacks 9, Dodgers.
Now, he called yesterday's home run, apparently.
Because he's a sorcerer or whatever that thing is.
The wizard.
Look, I know the highlight here is Brett Sullivan hitting the homer.
Just tough to ignore the high wire act that we just saw unfold out there in the bullpen.
And he tried to put it back in the glove. Oh, that's a great move. He tried to put it right back in the glove.
Clanked it, hit him in the head, and oh no.
That'd be a home run. That's definitely a home run.
That is a home run, almost Canseco style.
Dirt can popped up.
Dirt can may have popped up.
What are they messing with dirt can? They trying to figure out what that is.
He didn't do
What is
anything to
this?
anybody.
Say's ready. I think that's Clark's hat. That's not going to work, Saya. But you got to get ready how you get ready.
And there's some hits in that hat.
Maybe. Here's one to left. Cooper Ingle tracking. 2 outs.
He threw it in the stands. He threw the ball in the stands. He thought it was 3 outs. Wow.
That's a mistake that I promise you will not happen again from Cooper Ingle.
Shea Langoliers, who's made the most noise in this game out of anyone. Shea drives it to deep center field. Varsho going back. Still going. As far as he can go. This game is tied. A crowd silencer in Toronto. A 2-homer game for Langoliers. And we are all evened up at 2.
Knotted in 2s, and Langoliers gets one center cut and unloads. Just pummeling baseballs. California, 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. Andy Pages to face a new pitcher, right-hander Jonathan Loizaga. Loizaga deals him a strike. Andy 3 for 3 tonight, 2 singles and a home run. 17th home run of the season for Pages. Came in the first, back-to-back with Ohtani. 0-1 delivery from Loizaga. Check swing that wasn't checked. He came around enough. Home plate umpire Austin Jones said it was a strike. 0-2. Loizaga facing 2, 3, and 4 in the Dodger order. And it's low and outside. It's interesting, though, when you look at what he's done by spot in the order, the number 9 hitter against him this year has a .455 average and an OPS over 1,000, no matter what 9 hitter it is. And he's had trouble with the number 9 spot more than any other spot in the batting order. Pitches up high to Pages, 2-2.
You take that 9 spot a little too easily. You figure, well, is it the bottom of the order? Not that big of a threat.
Here comes a 2-2. And he swings and strikes out. 3 for 4 for Pages and 1 man down. Alex Call's going to hit for Freddie Freeman. Freddie will get the rest of the night off. Well, just imagine on those number 9 hitter numbers from Loizaga, if this was back when the pitchers were hitting, then we'd have a real story. It hasn't been that way since the 2021 season. That was the last year the pitchers hit. 9-2. Diamondbacks in front. Bottom of the 8th inning, 1 out, nobody on. Remember during the COVID season, the shortened COVID season, the Major League Baseball went to the DH for everybody for that season. And then went back in the National League to having the pitchers hit in 2021. And then 2022, we've had the universal DH since. I always thought it was odd, though, when we went back to the pitchers hitting. I enjoy that brand of baseball, the old school National League style, but kind of savored it because we knew that was the last year we'd see it.
And yet there are many who get into that discussion and say, oh, wait a minute. You enjoyed seeing hitters come to home plate hitting 120 or 085 or no, what we missed was the strategy that it caused for managers in both dugouts.
2-1 fouled away.
In other words, close game. You have your pitchers pitching a very good game, and maybe you're down by a run in the 6th inning, maybe the 7th inning. If you've got a couple of bases loaded or runners at second and third, are you going to let your pitcher hit, or are you going to go to the bench? And sometimes the opposing bench could create situations where you had to make a decision on what you were going to do with your starting pitcher.
2-2. And Alex Call takes a rip at it and fouls it back. Yeah, I mean, how many nights did you see a guy come out in the fifth inning because you had the bases loaded and a chance to get some runs in? You have to make a decision. Do you pinch hit here, or do you let this guy?
And on strategy, is it which matchup did you want? And sometimes it's give and take. Well, I've got to pull this back a little bit in order to push that a little bit forward.
2-2 to Call. Swinging a little ground ball, hit right down the third baseline. That's a foul ball. Arenado let it go, and it just went to the left of the bat. No, then you'd have to go figure out sometimes, where you're going to put the new pitcher in the batting order. You make a double switch, which we don't hear about or see anymore. It's not impossible to see it in the game, though, if a team were to, in the late innings, give up the DH, have some sort of a rally, whatever. You might have to do that again. If you forego the DH, which doesn't happen that often anymore, there's a chance you'd see it. But we used to see the double switch quite often. 2-2 on the way to Alex Call. Alex Freeland has a bat on deck. Pitch outside 3-2.
The DH is interesting, too, because I may have my date wrong, but I believe it was the end of the 1930s. It was actually the National League that proposed initially the designated hitter. American League voted it down. And then the American League was the first to really adopt it.
3-2. Foul ball up the right side just past the first base dugout.
And the DH came in order to add more excitement in games, more offense.
Everybody was excited to see the first DH and what was going to happen. It was Ron Blomberg for the Yankees, 1973.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what he did in his first at-bat?
Walked.
That's right. 3-2. Ground ball right back to Loizaga. He stabs it. Long underhand toss to first. Gets Call, and there are two away. And instead of Mookie Betts coming up, it'll be Alex Freeland. Dave Roberts getting some guys some at-bats. That kind of game, 9-2. Tomorrow is a brand new day. Alex Freeland. As Annie so eloquently sang, the sun will come out tomorrow. Good chance of that in Southern California. Now the pitch to Freeland. Strike call. Freeland, switch hitter, batting .237, 3 homers, and 19 runs batted in. Mama said there'd be days like this.
Mm-hmm. Mama said.
This game was tied at 2 after the first inning. It's now 9-2. The other guys. Dodgers have committed 3 errors in the ball game.
Yeah, the 3 physical errors. They've also made a few mental errors.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch. And Freeland swings, fouls it back.
This has been a clunker. Doesn't happen too often with this ball club.
Good news is the Dodgers have a really good record after a loss. And they've got a really good pitcher on the mound tomorrow, Yamamoto. Freeland swings, strikes out. It's a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 8th inning for Jonathan Loizaga. We go to the 9th. It's the Diamondbacks 9, Dodgers 2.
Ronald Acuna Jr. pouring dirt into Ozzie Albies' glove, and then so Ozzie's walking out saying, "Hang on, what's falling out of my glove? Hold on, what?" And I'm telling you, I mean, he's got almost half the infield in there.
And he's going to just get Bowers into a crab walk backwards and eventually tag him out. And Bowers began to do the crab walk like he was in PE in first grade.
You don't see that often.
You got to have fun on the baseball field, right?
Pete fouls one off right over toward Craig Alpernez in the dugout. That was on the ground. He's had enough.
It's like there's a magnet over there.
He has seen enough.
He's going to get a glove. He's going to get his catcher's mitt.
It's about time, Alpie.
That ball got into the upper deck, and then it ended back up on the playing field. Oh, no.
Not happy.
David Peterson on to pitch. Jacob Marcy loses the bat, which hits the netting and stays right there. How about that? Wow.
Not Charlotte's, but City Fields Webb.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Has moved to first base. Alex Freeland's going to be at shortstop, and Alex Call is in right field. 42nd appearance for the left-hander Vesia, 1-1 on a 2.35 ERA, 138 average against, facing Moreno, the Diamondbacks catcher. 9-2 ball game in favor of Arizona. Game one of this three-game set. Vesia gets a strike in on Moreno. Moreno's had a couple of runs batted in tonight. 1 for 4. And the pitch. He swings, fouls it off to the right and out of play. Top of the ninth, sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate that old car? Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS now. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. 0-2 to Moreno. Vesia sends one home, an elevated fastball that's just up and out of the zone, taken for ball one. I want to get to a full count with Moreno. And the reason being, when you get to a full count, he's 9 for 22. That's a 409 average. Well, ways to go, and Vesia doesn't want to get there. It's a 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's low and in. 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Start of the ninth inning, 9-2 Diamondbacks. What has been a less than spotless game for the Dodgers, to say the least. This one fouled away. You get them every once in a while. Well, we both know the expectations are very high for this team when they take the field every night.
Every night.
But when you look around the league, and there are teams who go through this pretty often, the Dodgers don't. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back. Caught part of the mask, it looked like, of Alfonso. Don't forget tomorrow, 6:10 start, 5 o'clock for the pregame. Charlie Steiner will be in tomorrow. I'll be in the bullpen. Charlie will be the bulk innings guy tomorrow. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a foul back.
So you'll be the closer?
Well, maybe the run preventer, wasn't it?
Okay. Exactly.
That's the other one. Those are the terms that Tampa Bay came up with when they first came up with the opener, then the bulk innings guy, then the run preventer, then the closer.
What's the other term that you're using? Quick to the glove?
Oh, no, aggressive to the mid.
Aggressive to the mid.
Yeah. Vesia's delivery is swung on and hit to left field. That's going to go off the bullpen doors. Picked up by Teoscar Hernandez. And in with a double is Moreno. His 14th double of the season.
Well, one of my favorite was when you mentioned Albert Pujols a little earlier. When Pujols came to the Dodgers, Dave Robertson meeting with the media used the line, well, he moves the ball forward.
Well, is there another?
Yeah, he did it a lot in his career.
Is there another direction it should go?
He said that people, what?
Well, good thing
he was correct.
Moving it sideways or backwards. Swing and a miss by Gurriel, the left fielder. Right-hander Dre Jamieson loosening for the Diamondbacks. He'd have the ninth. And here is an 0-1 pitch. It is up high. One ball and one strike. Still night now here at the Ravine. Flags barely moving alongside the flagpoles. Out in center field. Temperature down to 69. Pitch is swung on and popped up middle of the infield. Over to the right side is Rojas. On the infield grass, he'll make the catch. And that'll be the first out of the Diamondbacks' ninth. Ildemaro Vargas,
Number 6, Ildemaro.
second baseman, who is 1 for 4 tonight, reached on an infield single in the 7th inning. Garcia fires home, and there's a strike call. Things get wrapped up on Sunday. Zach Gallen against Emmett Sheehan. That's the pitching matchup. Gallen 3-9, and Sheehan 4-6. Swinging a foul back.
Oh my goodness! Almost fell down. That swing was so hard.
With the All-Star break coming up, be a good chance for some guys to recharge, regroup. And for other guys, a chance to go show off in Philadelphia. 0-2. And that is in the dirt. Check swing. Did he go? Peeled out of first base umpire Rob Drake. He said he didn't go. Are you going back to Cooperstown?
Yes.
Got another event there?
I will, the Yankees series, the Phillies series, and then go back to Cooperstown and come back in the next homestand.
1-2. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Let's throw a changeup at it. 2 men out. I won't see you on the road trip or in Cooperstown and anywhere else.
I'll see you on the 28th then.
Nope, you'll see me on the 31st.
Okay, fine. Be that way.
It's a pitch. Nothing in 1 to count to Nolan Arenado. Arenado without a hit tonight. He's walked 3 times and struck out 0 for 1. 1 pitch from Vesia. Taken low. 1 ball and 1 strike. And a 1-1 coming from Vesia. At second is Moreno. And that's a strike drilled in there. Fastball at 93. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There is Vesia's 1-2 offer. And Arenado swings and strikes out. Struck out twice tonight. 2 strikeouts for Vesia. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Last wraps for the Dodgers. The score, the Diamondbacks 9.
Well, it's the start after. Toughest start of his young career. Let's see if Cam Schlittler bounces back against this Rays starting lineup. And down goes Aranda on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
You know, there are certain guys that you always match up extremely well, and Aranda does not hit the high fastball, especially with the velocity. He's really went heavy with the four-seamer against this Rays team.
Swing and a miss, and a 1-2-3 inning for Schlittler.
4 strikeouts. Cam Schlittler threw 4, and he's rolling.
3-1. Yankees lead top of the Rays order, starting with Yandy Diaz. Swing and a miss. Diaz down on strikes.
Yeah, and that's not easy to do because he is a guy that does not strike out much.
There's Jonathan Aranda. And there goes another strikeout on 99.
And a little movement, a four-seamer that had a little arm side run, but he's underneath it, not catching up to it. And that's been the downfall of Aranda.
Here's Trout, 2 for 2. And Trout jacks one to left field, way back there, and gone! Mike Trout turns back the clock again. He homers on back-to-back days to begin the baseball season.
You never want to take for granted watching a future Hall of Famer. He looks fantastic. The bat speed is there. Oh, man. I mean, and you get goosebumps thinking about how good that player is and how good he still is.
.com/promotions.
If today was not a crooked highway, if tonight was not a crooked
Jameson gets the 9th inning for Arizona. It'll be his 10th big league appearance this year. No decisions. ERA about 3 3/4. Position hitting .241 against Jameson. And there hasn't been a mound visit tonight. When there is, it is brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. Tommy Edman batting left-handed against the right-hander Jameson. That pitch is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. (9-2) Arizona. Bottom of the 9th inning, and the pitch downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. So we mentioned the Dodgers have a good record after losing a ball game. In fact, when you look at their last 16 losses, they're 15-1. Could be some hope for tomorrow. Pitch is up high, and it's 3-0 to Edman. Unless they have a 7-run ninth here and spin the game. The Dodgers and the Diamondbacks, by the way, are tied for the most comeback victories in Major League Baseball with 28. So it's not like either team hasn't done it before. 3-1 to Edman. And a 3-1 offer now to Tommy Edman from Jameson. And that's in for a strike. Payoff pitch from Jameson to Edman. Here it comes. Swung on and looped into right. That's a base hit. A little bloop shot. And the Dodgers have the leadoff man aboard in the bottom of the 9th.
You have to start somewhere.
Eliezer Alfonso coming up. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Dodgers Audio Network. Alfonso looking for his first major league hit. He'll swing and miss. He is 0 for 5 in his big league career. The ball's 1 strike. And the next offer to the switch hitting catcher is swung on and popped up middle of the infield near the second base bag. Perdomo, the shortstop, almost standing on the bag, makes the catch. And that's going to be out number 1 on the bottom of the 9th. Alfonso will have to wait another day. Oscar Hernandez is 0 for 3. He's flied out 3 times, once to center and twice to right field. Some Drew Jameson. Dre Jameson. It's close though. D-R-E-Y, not D-R-E-W. And a 1-0. And Teoscar lines it to right field. Corbin Carroll makes a sliding catch on a sinking line drive. And the Dodgers now down to their final out tonight. That's a good play.
That ball was hit very well also.
So it'll be up to Miguel Rojas to extend the ball game.
Second base, number 72, Miguel Rojas.
It's to Rojas. He swings. He lines it down the left field side. That's going to get past the outfield and roll to the wall. Around second and on his way to third is Edman. He'll be waved home. Into second is Rojas with a run-scoring double. It's 9-3. Rojas 2 for 4. That's his 17th run batted in of the season. And his 9th double.
Hanging curveballs are fun to hit.
Here's Rushing looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3. Ray Jameson ready to throw. The right-hander deals. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 1 to Dalton Rushing. Now playing first base. And a 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a broken bat roller to second base. Vargas has it. Throws on to first, and that's the ball game. And this one mercifully comes to an end, as the Dodgers will look to put this one in the circular file and flush. Drop this one by a 9-3 final score tonight. Finals, or the final numbers, I should say. Dodgers and Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 7 left. Dodgers 3 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors, and 6 men left. Eduardo Rodriguez gets his 8th win, goes to 8-3. Will Klein will suffer the loss. He's 3-4. And there is no save, obviously, tonight. 2 hours and 53 minutes. The time of the game played in front of 47,727 at Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. Well, the errors were partially to blame for the Dodgers tonight.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game.
This was going to happen. He will have his knee drained Sunday after the game, his left knee. And then they'll get him right for the second half of the season. But tough night tonight for the Dodgers as they fall 9-3. It started out well in the first inning as they went down 2-0, but got those 2 runs right back. Ohtani with his 32nd career leadoff home run, 301st of his career overall. And Paez followed up with a backup home run, and looked like things are on the right track, but the Dodgers didn't get another run until Rojas drove one in with a double here in the 9th inning.
Well, it was just one of those evenings that every area can take a little bit of the tarnish. It was thrown on this one. 3 errors, failed to back up a base. On a balk, there was a run scored. A wild pitch on the very next batter, a run scored. All kinds of things that happen. The throwing errors, not getting in front. So just little things here and there did not add up. It was just one of those clunkers, and you're going to run into it. It happened to be tonight, and unfortunately, if the Dodgers had tied it, as you mentioned, with the back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the first inning, it went downhill from there. They have to regroup And they know one thing, when they take the mound tomorrow with Yoshinobu Yamamoto, he has absolutely given his ball club an opportunity to win, and hopefully tomorrow it's win number 62 of the season.
So the Dodgers now 61-34, 13 and a half games in front of the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks pulled even at 47 and 47 on the season. Tomorrow, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 9-5, a 2.49 ERA. Will go opposite Brandon Pfaadt. Pfaadt is 2-1 with a 4.84. Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck begins at 6 p.m. First pitch is at 7:10. The Navien Dodgers Clubhouse Show with Tim Cates coming up next. Again, the final, Arizona 9 and the Dodgers 3. For Rick Monday, Dwayne McDonald, and Colin Yee back in our Burbank studios.